94.7 Asempa FM. 8 more minutes and it will be 4 p.m. And the Ekosiisen On Asempa. And you know why we are starting at this time? And the Black Stars of Ghana. Anyone Fefwa, a free child, a boy in a very, very, very important game as we prepare, to qualify for the World Cup in US of A, Canada, and Mexico. Unfortunately, results now every Ghanaian wanted a win. Now ama ye journey aye quite smooth. And Kobasa, the game ended 1-1. But Black Stars have another opportunity on Monday here in Accra. Yene Mali and Asia. That promises to be another very, very, very tight game. Good news, and say you call Mali home, you could win ewo and Tiomoba away ewo Ghana. We just need to win that game to consolidate our position on the top of that table. And Chad game, the Bonibe for a momentary setback, but we have another chance to bounce back. Now, your team are winning against Mali here in Accra. On Monday, you Accra Sports Stadium. Now, in support, I'm at the Black Stars of Ghana. Your better sports team, that's led by Eric Asiedu-Buedi, who was the commentator for the day. The fantastic commentary, Ebremo, on the headquarters of Ghana Sport, Asempa 94.7 FM. And we want to say a big thank you to the team for that amazing commentary. And also say a bit to us on the day, Ekosiisen On Asempa. A lot happening in our country, in the aside football. A lot. And Ekoso Ewa Ghana. We have our eyes fixed on all these major issues. You are later on the show, the discussion segment, Ebe Bremo. And Nanaya Chempim Jantua will join us from the Jubilee House, or a presidential staffer. Sounds so, and a former Health Minister of the Republic, former MP, Lejokuku constituency, the Honorable Dr. Bernard Okoboy will also join us. But before that, there were a few interviews. Will take you to the Savannah region. Unim said there is a national humanitarian crisis at Ekosiisen. According to NADMO, say Osei, numbers of Ghana are displaced. Not just a baby or moda natural dwelling place. They've been displaced. They also before Edda in the interim. Over 48,000 Ghanaians and I displaced. Omua Ghana free Ghana because Burkina Faso because Cote d'Ivoire as refugees. About 14,000. That's a major issue. Ocean Admo official figures almost nipa be 31 ena ewu. But only omanfo areas they didn't come out the numbers near in excess of 150 ena ewu. But we can go with the official figures of 31. That's still a lot of debt, to be recorded in one area. 14,000 and refugees in neighboring countries. And Papa, and then I want to spend some time on that story. It's a national emergency, and we need to respond. As such, EBD and Komo fallout from Akwetia by-election is still on, and the MPP for the petition ACO, and I have a copy of that petition against, almost say the title of their letter, a petition against the criminal conduct of the NDC National Vice Chairman, Mr. Awudu Sofo Azoka, and the party's constituency communications officer for Ebuakwa North, Abdul Wahab Amadou, during the Akwetia by-election. And that's a petition signed by the party's General Secretary, Justin Kodua Frimpong. And the Omatro Ediakwa Koma, the Ghana Police Service, say Omonche Enye Inshishemu. Attention, Mr. Christian Tete Yohonu, Inspector General of Police, Ghana Police Service. And that's the petitioner MPP for Ede Ababa. Even before, say, Yebedi petition no enkomono. I think the Ghana Police Service issue statement on that fallout. Now let me see if I can get the statement from the Ghana Police Service on Akwitia Insensem no bia na fe ya jemre etimi akan amamo. Very, very important. But we'll be speaking to NPP national executives and they will pick reactions from the NDC as well on the conduct of Sofo Azoka. Uadrintra Fabre 0548 443 523 0548 443 523. More joining on YouTube. Remember, sir, we are streaming this show live on YouTube. Into Uber YouTube, Ubitimi. I shall now do comment na ego. I might let know where you are watching us from. Udin, any baby, I will share ifi na yemo Udin na Ghana phone na so. That's very, very, very important. Midin your say Bonsu from your production team, no I crado. Dominic Kisiya Boa, Nana Chumberema, Jackson or Saint Tiamoa, Ebenezer Tete, or Mine Hene Kwabana Sante, and Equia Boachewa Yadom, or Mona Ebuayen se Yemfa Ekosiisen Jumedieno into me Emremo. Mamenkwa Humanitarian ni enshasi ini enkomo. Kasamafo edema NPP amanyoko no. Ura Richard ahiagba wabe kansa wa Humani so. Richard akwaba na apom te saying.
Ubi poko
yedanyame ase na ubetima confirm ama yen say mo send the petition be akoma the Inspector General of Police.
Yo ubi me da say Asempa I think around 11:15 more the petition akoma IGP among some they see our Akutia Dano Banadano. Any penny and I say papa Sofo Azoka and the Inya Abdul Wahab no communication officer NDC or a Boakan off or more so maybe on Madani the election and so in the Nyamra Kwanso na omo fire omo cancer be to omo de threaten say nipa sabi e wo ye party ni mu ye minority leader honorable Apenyo Market ye national organizer ye Hebe Nanabachi and honorable Anodon Pre. Deputy, my minority chief whip. Or more me and say, and no more he show more. Now more he show more say, move. Sadi with Yamra will be while we are lawyer now to one. So I say me will be car criminal behavior, Tiamra, and I didn't see a man one say. Na police for Jiraho. Yadi and some war, third vice any. Na ubi effectively as a born as sumuno, na police for Jiraho. But a month to man your own shay. And a mujaya ma so far as oka. On the namu, if we amount for the rest of the day, could be chirino. And this is for a decide when Yako win the election. And say, yeah, police for no report to my IGP. Yeah, dear. As a party, they are Tom Crata so. Nanya Crata Nankong. Yeah, the pen drive, Eka once, as did you here. A mono, your born the passum. I want you will be a shame. Yeah, dear, sir, a war, and the penny, I want you will be a shame. Yeah, they come home, they come IGP say also now on your investigation. Now investigation on making sure say or them run be juma on making sure so say the public no I say in Ghana for no ebe hu dia all ye brain say issue ya dia brain or you see we do say until say the appropriate thing will be done na obi ehunu say sa subaya o modality enye subaya ɛsɛ ye makwan ma ekoso ɛwɔ democracy mu nti no kre ye the petition no ɛkɔ ya no pay na IGP so adom ati medru ho no nam sɛ o sifom o ɛkɔ meeting bi to kache so ne aid bia na o tira ne nkyɛn ona ye ne bibia ma no nti yɛmfa ma no na ye de ma no nti di ne chi ɛkɔ no office and make sure sɛ wa file ama no ana ye sifom nti ekrakwa no so da IGPS sɛ oni brand so kra no o my kakra ma ye di nkomo concerning petition no timi no ka say the IGP enim petition mo asem of course there amano yes formally no ya submit ama Ghana police.
Okay, essentially no more calling on police for some nhwehwemu na if possible some arrests should be effected, right?
Based on the outcome of the investigation, yes.
Okay. And from what you've seen on the video, and said what can based on the outcomes of the investigation, it's about say police for your investigation, you know, they have established really there was really nothing wrong in videos or that will come as a surprise to you, right?
Obi, I deal with the need a whole. When you show the IGP beverages are conclusion. They are hard to the party and say, Bia, on the transform on your way to back. Now, on your way to my letter on your way. And the debate 4 years ago, yeah, now as a yapon conho. And Tinama at the Sedia de Tune and Nimono, Brano. Oma Ghana for investigation the Eko Kudru, the Oyafa home. And the principal request is on investigating now on prosecuting based on the Adena who say a criminal behavior. If you take the at 29 Nyoma Oye we a plain offense Nyafina as a Yedo Kotra Bibina Yehuku Asuma as a weapon. And I say who go this one, so who say way there come. And but I dear woman and is a police of honor. On because investigation. Maybe it will not be council be about 30 minutes ago. Our program about Pusha word about Ghana ha ya overflow the investigation. Asempa by need a okra I see a by investigation. Who said the echo by the and no one says Ocasa was messy 1 year I see a by investigation. But yes, friend say Omoya investigation or Ghana for your pay update.
Okay.
Now you who say Omoya which one I could say we have one a bomb because Yanyana Sanoa Bema Sadi we aqua be or naturally a transfer Yanya Hoshe. Okay. Ablekumano brutality say a course.
Sure.
And yesterday I sorry I no go so yet kaya kanwa. And Kazani pa 80 in so mobro 80 konampono. Yam from Manko Jina baby and Kazo Munko tia sisters and Amon coffee. Obi Usha Enya dia Bobo Biehu says Suban we being Koyenu baby abu. Because sister house, Obetia crack on the baby. But then can I just think a court no? The punishment be a bro a genetic as so. Now, Opie who says, no option of good Skabia. As a canon says, so be 1 billion a year. Now, one as I would know what Chanana Unya will be say, or Baba to Abana or Butubutuna, Nazoko Bonasuma, and that's our old but punishment here by Obi. And yet, yeah, detail enough.
Okay.
And yes, in this case, we want to see, says as a country, Obi, yeah, yes, serious power, say electoral violence, we perceive, say a banner, you call by elections, tension be in the hope you would it. Do election, baby, na Ghana, na Hitaba, na Ubia issue. Instead, they say Ghana for Benya, sa. Abotoyomono and now say the peace of mind processing various political campaign messages no maka say we na be boa Ghana nti e beto ma we na mwa Ghana see nto ma we no e bi enya sa adaje no na ayem hye na ko ne yenye na bia akoto bibiri na be ja ye nkoto ye trafi akwetia de ba yi say hune yi so far zoka sa wo tinne mu hune ankofo menya we amekunu no ene ma manfo amba meto aba so enti say be so sa nyo me ya no a na e be free say obi ye ne ye che no a ye twe na so obi ehun say sa so twe dia me mpe bi o mpe se me ba kokko me de ma kokko fa sa tije mu ntino boni ye na election mu de me fa me ho enko for say be ya ye election mu no e be ye asumtwe na a democracy a team because obi a japade pa ye wo ase ye be ja ye ma ani e kirima ani democracy because the Ghana development no ye guso ye pa ye kwenim but e be take some time and to say making sure say about democracy no ban ya ye ma I want to so be ba be yo mo so mo de ama kodum pempen so be to say the America for akwakodu ya democracy ne tintim na ekro no so ekosu yen so ba kodu hodache
beyond the more expected say police for ebeye no as a party more expectation be say the NDC as a political party so will render maybe an apology on behalf of Omo vice chairperson.
Obi, I think Senka ne kwan so no. Na we din komo mo station back so na media Mustafa Bande ya kan so Omo nya yanka as a party no. Nka ye twen my activity interparty system be a bit to be dealing with the matter. So the entire are you the Uber driver? It involves various chairmen of the parties. And Tinonanka and no be a good way. And I'm so I say a very good idea, Obi, because part of building a country and among yourself as brothers. The only difference between us is acquire NPP so say Ghana be ko ni mono different from their NDC4 and so hwemo nti no de anka enye ntokwa but yeah nipa na ye no until say nipa mienu ye no on the face of it a criminal conduct nti it's a different conversation say emrani be ni tuba na the building of solidarity and peace forging peace amongst the political parties so and no say ya dey be a dance on na nti no and no betumi aye no o betumi aye apology no but apology na echi no boni na aba no yema emra no so nye netuma ni nyina beboa amasumdua ye hwehwe my democracy pese tintim no yetumi enya
very well unia Mustafa Bande ewo ahomano Mustafa otemenka hello Mustafa hello oh too bad hello Mustafa Bande otemenka okay enti we are working the lines to see say or no na homano ebetumi aye and then we take it from the Mustafa Bajo otemenka Good. And more colleagues in the NPP, the petition, Akwa Ghana Police Service on the conduct of more constituency communications officer Ibuakwa North and more national vice chairperson so for Zoka. But before say police for Beye Jumana or more expectation Kwanesanka by now as a party and Kamaba out abe condemn the more party officers it seems say munye bibiasa aden
yo obi menda watida macha watie fonso nyina na macha menu am senra nyina mode moni ade akire yi ya course by election ya commitment ne say nke bitimi akwa aba no na nkanne ya kasa ya tre ya obi ade age bitimi achieve sa de no enne ya kasa MPP ni baby ankwa nkodi bone NDC ni baby ankwa nkodi bone na mom yina cooperative ema police for no timi ye omojuma said ye sese wo mo ye ye declare election ya bafi na sa we ya me friend no exceptional incident yi DSC between 2 or 3 category of senior persons 2 national vice chairman 1 a minority leader afei ana anopay me general secretary wa Accra me national chairman so transia oda ahemfo na sia san no ba yen kra no afei ne ye ne na the vice chairman so far as Oka Betrasi. Na ya bobo nanum ni ebisa no se eba ne den na saa de no kosi until say ye be ne saa no obi you agree say enye right say yenyan na no ya conclude no issue statement for home just for condemnation sake. That one doesn't resolve the problem. We want to get to the root cause. But yeah, collectively, in subsequent elections, the senior class will not engage in a thing like that. Because Nanka party foot soldiers, party boys, na ni abada police for Pama man for, and Nadia, that is not the story of NDC MPP. The story is that we have an issue regarding 3 senior persons. So we feel that when we have met and understood the issues, we ourselves are investigating all the pieces and pieces of what everybody is saying for us to come to a sound conclusion. 2, we feel also that we have inter-party unity. You better engage as 2 political parties because it involves our 2 national vice chairmen. You better resolve the issue. But the MPP is blowing it out of proportion because they have nothing to say after the election. They want to shield or prevent a discussion into the effect of their losing that seat. So they must take all of us to discuss what is not relevant, what is not important, what will not inure to anything. Richard was just telling you, Richard was just telling you that so far as Oka was making this comment and preventing Amanfo from voting. That is not true. If you know that the intention was to prevent people from voting, why do you waste everybody's time writing a long, letter to IGP on an issue of a threat, what you call a threat? So what is here? So the MPP just want to distract the public. The MPP must always seek attention for themselves. Obi, Apenyoma case is at the center of a lot of conducts are afraid of unlawful. In his own constituency, our constituency vice chairman, what happened to him in the 2024 election? Apenyoma case, Ebo police in Yasum, what happened to that matter today as we speak? Apenyoma case, Emma and the soldiers, Ebo Wahunian Centroni from GH1, Central Regional Correspondent. What has happened to the issue up to date? So let the MPP proceed with caution. Apenyoma case is a leader of minority. But if they want to tread on that caution, that part say they want to, get all of us discussing, exceptional issues of incidents. Why did Apenyoma case with Justin Kodia enter into an NDC office to tear posters? Is that not provocative enough?
Yeah, but
is that not very unacceptable to our political culture?
Apenyoma has denied ever entering the NDC office. The vice chairman so far as Oka in that interview, time a journalist Busan or by no who said Obi atiti posters be or said Dabi or by who posters be atati. It's surprising you repeating the same.
I'm just saying that as Apenyoma case never accepted anything. That is why Obi, with respect, as an NDC as a party, we have changed our ways of doing things. We just don't issue letters to rouse the public. We will interrogate, we will investigate, we will listen to what everybody is saying. We come to an informed conclusion. If it is politically expedient, prudently wise, let's extend a hand to the Honorable Apenyoma to render an apology to him and to also assure him that those statements may not be statements that can be carried out. We will do so. If it is for us to extend same conversation to the National Vice Chairman of the MPP and also ensure that everybody is happy, we will do so in a more respectable manner. We will not be on the media to be debating an issue when the debate has not started yet.
When you look at our petition now, the claim and it's mo Ebuakwa North Constituency Communications Officer threatened 3 persons in Tinanabi, Anodompre, and afenyo markings. Indeed, it really goes beyond. It goes beyond afenyo marking. Just to draw your attention to.
That's right.
So far as no ball afenyo marking and kwedin, but the other guy, mentioned the names of 3 persons. And then number 1, number 2, so say yes. Now we can inter-party, conversations. Ekoso. But even when you read the ADR Act, now it shows there are some offenses especially those that border on crime. Untimi enye ADR on those offenses. And you agree with the NPP petitioning the IGP on this particular, because this is a threat on the life of individual. And the only way you are doing so my petition,
you always say petitions have never solved problems in this country. We are trying to eschew political violence as a collective. This is the first time in the history of Ghana. Yako election will be answered. And we are crying about name calling and threats. MPP should proceed with caution, because under them, we have never had a by-election will be answered. Oman Tutu and I will be on Ketekai. We have never had it. We have never had an election. MPP, when they had an opportunity and advantage, people died. People have been killed. Some cannot walk. Some cannot even see the day or light out of political violence perpetuated by the MPP. But we in the NDC believe, sir, because we are in power, we need to take the conversation a little bit further, so that collectively with the NDC and MPP, we can turn things around. So if you look at the by-election, we were engaging. In fact, when the incident occurred with the posters and everything, what myself and the national organizer of the NDC did was to reach out to the general secretary of the MPP. Wherever they were, we drove there just to ensure that everything was under control and that there was no escalation. When we got there, Honorable Apenyo Markins was there. You saw us with Nanabi. Yes. You saw us with Mustafa Salam and even Lloyd, who was a victim in the Ablokumanos election. All was to us to ensure that we come back home with a different story. So when we have had these pockets of exceptional issue, let the MPP not cry as if the world has come to an end. They have been hypocritical, and I would not have time to discuss these petitions that they are writing to disturb an IGP who have supervised election very peacefully. The police were there. These are exceptional cases involving vice chairman, involving some threats. We can deal with it. We can deal with it.
Yeah, but
you can agree, sir. Both political parties have improved on the situation and the story of incidents of by-elections. It has just gotten better. If it has gotten better, and that is the case, look, when we were in Wenchi, that was the hottest area. No, BSC said you know, we were chatting. Any MPP boys, any boys now you're chatting. Apparently, we are the same family. MPP for we need when so own goal. Any announced results will be able to. These are exceptional minor cases that can be dealt with when we engage at the level of leadership to ensure that in future we can actually achieve zero incidents in political violence. They are hereby to give us a break. They are not any better. When we want to read their history, they have inflicted pain, wounds, death on other people. We have decided to let that thing be a thing of the past.
Yeah, Mustafa, I agree you have an opinion, but a threat of death on the minority leader in parliament, the national organizer of the opposition party, and yet trivial issue. It cannot be a trivial issue.
I agree with you. That is what I'm saying, sir. Because of the gravity of the statement, which I have allegedly listened to. I've listened to, not allegedly, I've listened to. But as to the veracity of it and what led someone to say that, because they are party people, because it's a senior person at the center of it, it's important that we as a party, through the General Secretary and party leadership, will investigate thoroughly what the issue is. At least give that individual the audience. Look, let me tell you, the General Secretary and the National Chairman do not ascribe to what will undermine the party's collective position. There was an incident in Tamale where a National Vice Chairman, allegedly assaulted a treasurer, regional treasurer. The party investigated, came to the conclusion that we need to take, actions against the individual involved, and we suspended the person. So why is MPP not giving us a fair opportunity as a party to sit, discuss the issue, look at it same way? That is why I assured you that should it be or should there be the need to reach out to the other political party for us to engage at that level, the party will do so. But we should not be in a rush to occupy everybody with a discussion when we have not even gotten there. And I'm saying again that the MPP has a motive to distract all of us. They want to cover their shame of laziness with which they approach the Akwatia by-election. Poor strategy. They never had a plan. They were never interested in the election. They went to the election ground on Friday and expected to win. That is how far they are taking people for granted. That is what they want to shield. So therefore, press statements must be written to distract all of us. We will not join that conversation. But I'm saying also in conclusion that, yes, the statements may be grievous, but it demands investigation. Let the party have space to look at it, and then we'll revert to the appropriate redresses that were.
But at least because the two are not mutually exclusive, internal investigations are more, you can go ahead. But at least you would encourage the Ghana Police Service and so to investigate, based on the petition.
I have heard that the police in Akwatia have already opened an investigation into the issue.
Okay.
I was wondering why the MPP will conveniently sit in their headquarters, write a petition asking the IGP to look at it again when an investigation is already ongoing. But the question is that any threat on anybody constitutes a threat.
Yes.
If you threaten a student, it should be dealt with the alacrity that it deserves. If you threaten a farmer, it should be dealt with the alacrity that it deserves. It should not be the case that because it involves certain classes of people, we should give it a particular attention. And when it doesn't involve a certain class of people, it should be given a separate, category of attention. That should be what OB, you yourself, myself, as a lawyer, we should fight and gag the public against.
Very well. Very well.
Meanwhile, there's no cause for alarm. These statements do not constitute. Azoka has never killed anybody. Azoka doesn't have a record of such level of crimes. Azoka has never been engaged in any of those things. He's the national vice chairman. Chairman Mashoud Buga does not have a record of any of these crimes. So it's important that we preserve the credibility and sanctity of these two senior officers of the two political parties so that we don't end up destroying them when we have other better ways to address the issues.
Very well, Mustafa. Richard, minim say Wasenya Babaka, Mustafa believes this whole petition here to shield a conversation around more poor strategy, the magnitude of more loss in Akwatia, the embarrassment that comes with it, and all of that. You know why you filed the petition way Ababe room. Your reactions, not for your fan common in area.
Yeah, Robbie, and then Mustafa starting commonly, but I could reach the Binona area over here near the Yahan and Yakasam. I don't know, yeah, Bipanayano, and yeah, I dare a change. Or no, I say, I am fast here, a petition, a Bakata Jobaswa. Now, on one that I confirm is a Akwatia district commander a BA investigation. Then, yeah, who he has a better commander or you I didn't buy see, and yet, and then the Asia Hane and Yashi Obi. Actually, the B2 beer. Ebia, said you, and yet, threat so far as Okade, Ebia Abduahab, or Moma, Ebia no more, and your more baby. But the B at somebody be see and then you're Chanani a tear. Osha, wine, and the emphasis me and Sanico. It is seven abana some cashier. Mustafa to be at a Jubilee House or Akazo. When you send to a Boniaja interparty, interparty, you need a reasonable. Obi. So I said, we at the court. Now, police department, when the court, they change so far as Okaso, ne Enya Abdul Hawa. There is a lingering matter of bad blood, which is a political issue we can address. Edia, say a China Sumi or Chinebi Masaudu Eshianoa. Orono and Komodieben and the Bowo Mutem. That one, the inter-party relationship or dialogue can resolve that. But the party now yet legal, you know. You're not law then yet. And the Mustafa Unya is so hard in the and I am DP. Yeah, you're quite election. You're all kind of, I'm not sure that all call with your no campaign, my NDC and answer or monetary campaign. I wouldn't say, yeah, I'm going to be lazy that debate. Now, election, I call a difference that will move 3,000. And I know more, it's intimidating for and a mark 10 out about the Abano. Election will we there, will we? When I will say, when I match will be no problem. But Omoko and Obi, what your message in about the call and one. And your message, I say, you buy 9 months, you know, the promise will say a barber or a 24-hour economy. The promise will say a barber farmer center, I put here largely, a farming community and mining community, by the farmer centers, I say, the CB Wakutia, a for a young faso, and you know what the coin. Okay? Galam say, I get to say, I say, Yenshuni forest. Oman Quanka so, Galam say, nearby, Akutia, I say, Akutia, a choir waha, and the they want to make a forward promise, say, Mutua Banamaya, the development of Baha. Obi, Usha. The directive principles of state policy. This campaign of Mokoya is against it because you have a responsibility to ensure that you develop this country via equally. Into no country or man to Abama development bow. That is an abuse of power. Would use power who any threatening for one Papa Mamma, the Chefa. What God has developed, all the Hunadia and mine one, the woman, the Fakasa could your phone. I saw them all, but always one Tabama, development bow, completely unprincipled. But then over the coin, Galam say, Omodi Galam say, Coco, campaign Obi, Galam say, will be in integrity society. A day, young will be view, state of emergency, yen declare. Every Chamachedu Ketiaso a state of emergency required almost Bisano or a situation, state of emergency had declared that. But more opposition, they were supporting friends and organized labor said, you declare state of emergency. But the media, Omaba Bemono, almost someone declared. And you know, Omokoka say, national organizer, could just simply say, President Mahama. All the operation also Galamsey side get take of Jai coded message Munkoso Galamsey Beshana Ebesha Hana Boye. Enti away no Mokoya campaign. And you we and no Baba Bon Hosam and they say no Mokoya campaign. This is not a principal campaign. Mustafa Bakatre say Omokoya. What will we on a man for me at Wabama? Obi, we a lawyer. Evidence Ubeji or Ubinchain under duress, I think to some extent it is not visible in court.
It is not, yes.
And you know, Omwa Chin Akotiafo and Samama vote under duress. They voted under duress because Obi-Wan them pay in Puntu. Now NDC, no less a person than the national chairman. Concession MPP candidate no krano ayene say o concession no krano dey to me definition e dey ma afoforo. This was the campaign. So most of us cannot come and moralize to us and say omo dey go your campaign bia ma e no be win. There be that. No ma mo ko ehurehura any hyeso a mo dey ko share akotiafo so a mo so so akoma pemu mo penkoso ama akotie nti mo to aba no. On man ko fa eno mbe ye say ka campaign bi no ma kwakoya e kire so. Baby, it's an unprincipled political effort omokoye o one of them dey win. Omo win omo try di omo nkofo a part of the strategy said they would have and the winning or mark up of phone into Yama and Brano and you won't be. That's what we're saying. The inter-party dialogue in India, Mustafa, any day will have it. Said other lingering matters. But
before sending
breach of the law in India, Yama and Brano and taking
that's fine. Before sending petition to IGP, were you in the known, say, Akwetia District Police Command now ask investigations as here that?
There be Obi, petition said they start here. When you say election, just about 2 days after the election. What do you say?
Yeah.
And we started immediately mobilizing for this. Okay. Now, whilst I was at the National Police National Headquarters,
yeah.
Media phone Casano, and now that signal they say the Akutia phone, the commander of IBA investigation. It was good, and I'm not saying point. The point we want to make with this, and then they say this is a serious matter that requires a national attention. To be able to make an example out of this individual so that once and for all, so we can put it where the authority is said, and they will investigate it. So we make a national example out of it. Now also we need the HLOP, and your petition I do information you could say I could for investigation it won't have come up. So we are bringing the appropriate pressure and information to and attention to be brought to this matter. Now I serve as a national example. I bet deter future so as workers will not dare to do that because yes, I Ghana for most of the casa okay, untenable. Now on your rather say,
that's right.
This issue, yes, several a proper example. Say Adiwe, Ghana politics, and Franco you be because but so. And no, and as a Mustafa, a so support now the back. But it's the party you need I already said about a breba in another class. Now you see your montem. Okay. So far as Kuna or Pia, but so we are brothers. We are brothers. We are brothers. Have brotherliness, no embrace you, but no inter-party, you need to me as well. But the criminal aspect in there, Yama and running in.
Very well. My man, Sir Richard, Bibiani Abessa Babidin Comobio. Why? Mustafa Ho. Musti, finally, the Obekade. A chat to an affair, yen share into me and fan common in Hello?
Obi.
Hello, what's a minka?
Obi Beton Kappa.
Okay, maybe I told for chat to my.
Minya agrees with me, sir. There is no cause of alarm. Near one more, more academic exercise and for future reference in his own statement. And so to paint a picture, say, and the election was not peaceful, and the election was marred with violence, I am repeating, sir, this is the cleanest election ever organized, as far as by-election is concerned, in the history of our country. Under MPP's 8th year, all the by-elections we have had have recorded relative violence involving death of people. So we at this point would want to commend the police, commend the MPP themselves, their grassroots and themselves, and also commend our party people, including you, the media, who have raised this issue of trying to eschew political violence and all of that. We must praise ourselves instead of trying to mar the whole discussion as if there was something wrong. As for the promises and no promises, we will come on your network, and I'm telling Ahiagba that I'm inviting him. Let's come back to your show and finish this Galamsey conversation once and for all. Let him bring all the evidence he has. Let's come and sit on your show to prove to Ghanaians who have really hurt this country when it comes to Galamsey and who is making some efforts to save this country. We are not saying that it's a clean sheet. It's a gradual process. 8 months government, you are shouting as if we've been in power for 8 years. When you, your president, and your appointees were the ones behind mining without reclamation, that is the meaning of Galamsey. when you have allowed people to mine in water bodies, mine in forest reserves, without reforestating, without reclamating and restoring the lands. You want us to inherit that? You talk about Yemua, not Tokrona Motuno, Asiana. You talk about Tia MPP, not Ensona, Woma Sano, no, Sansono, Asiana. I'm not saying that MPP for Kwana, yeah. Sadia, Adia, Enge. NDC phobic and almost aswording, MPP phobic and almost aswording. Our government, President Mahama, is taking decisive effort to deal with it. Why are they on rooftop shouting at it? They are not the ones responsible. It was to go and launch a responsible alternative scheme of mining. The NDC's warfare with small-scale miners, President Mahama's warfare with small-scale miners is to the effect that, yes, you will mine, but whether you like it or not, you will do it in the government's way, where you adhere to the protocols, you adhere to the rules, you adhere to the laws. Under the MPP, it was free for all. Yamao license forest. Not one mining or the two. Let us go to the forest reserves where they have mined and see if one single company out of the 2,000 mining leases that they issued in the period of 8 years, let us go and see if there is proper reclamation. EPA under Nanado was not existing. Minerals Commission and small scale miners apply when they apply for EPA 1 year, the document is not coming. Now, and you have the effrontery to sit on air to want to Akwatia Babia Koyen. That is Nanado's backyard. Did they show any evidence of community mining in that constituency? That is Nanado's backyard. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, when he got the opportunity to go to Akwatia, did he tout any developmental activity in Akwatia constituency, including Wenchi and Kusi, which is their stronghold? No, he rather went to be a soothsayer, telling the people who killed who. An irresponsible, excuse my language, an irresponsible political talk. That a person we have prepared to be a vice president, a person who wants to be a president, will go and make such a comment. That is what even increased our vote. So we will discuss the merit of the election. We will discuss the shamefulness of the MPP. We will discuss why they lost. We will discuss what it means to their party which today is moving as if it doesn't have a leader. Their party today is disorganized. Their party today doesn't have a form and shape. No strategy. They know nothing to the other. They don't have any basis to participate in election. They've lost public confidence and public credibility, even to provide constructive, reasonable, meaningful criticisms to government, except trying to whitewash what they have done in the last 8 years. It will not wash. The records remain that they have fleeced this country, they've destroyed this country, they actually robbed this country. Today we are discussing an issue involving Chief Justice cleanup. Apenyo Markins was in the election trying to, draw in the executive, trying to say other things. It is simply because Onono is a proprietary beneficiary of everything that happened under the judiciary. I'm happy that the Council of State have invoked the constitutional merits imposed on them and have removed a woman who in her turn, we didn't have justice in the courts. That you can go to court, the courts will close, but somebody else can go within 2 hours and get access to the courts. Which kind of law says that? We have had people, females, who have been judges, who have been, chief justices in this country. Nobody is touting any of their record except under President Akufo-Addo and the real intentions. Look, Obi, Mame Sofia Kufu, has she not been a chief justice before?
Hold on. Before you come to Sophia Akufo, you've made so many points. Number one, we make a general comment say under the removed chief justice, no, moenya justice bia ewo omei emu. Would that be a factually correct statement? When you know, say, under the same chief justice, the Court of Appeal, a free Honorable Casey Latoforsen from prosecution na the Attorney General then. prosecuting on behalf of the state. And you praised the court after the decision of the Court of Appeal. Why would you make comment? I will make it NA. It was under the same chief justice.
Your friend is saying, boy, I think your friend saying,
Akroma
kwachi will be akoko. Near Bonnie, hey, no Jatua. Young go praise Akroma. Should we go and be praising the hawk because they have retrieved a chicken from the hawk's spree? No. And I'm saying that President Mahama is doing fidelity to the people of Ghana.
Very well.
President Mahama is helping this Ghana clean up itself.
Mustafa, my second point is 8 months into this administration, do you think the Ghana for person moti about the fight against Galamsey, any the Ewoki Kane blaming the past administration for what they did, when we know, say, under this administration, there are elements of your party. It's on record, say, Omonso Galamsey no ebi.
Galamsey is not a media issue. Galamsey is not a press conference issue.
What is it?
Galamsey is a social security matter that demands a conceptualized idea of confronting it. When we sit on the media and we talk about Galamsey, it doesn't resolve it. And I'm saying that all political parties, including journalists, are involved in it. So we must go back to the people and discuss with the people. Let them understand their contribution to fighting the bandits. Let them also understand clearly what government framework is in dealing with the bandits.
I agree with that.
Police because of Nkrofo.
Hold on. I agree with that proposition. I mean, I've sat here and said, sir, one of the most effective ways, and they say, communities as our DNA one who own the fight. I agree. But I disagree completely with the fact that in opposition you used the media to propagate the anti-Galamsey crusade against the last government. What has changed today?
We didn't propagate it. We actually gave you evidence.
Yeah, but now
senior government officials.
Yeah, but now media persons are also giving evidence on what's happening.
They were not just involved in mining; they were not adhering to the processes of mining.
It has not stopped now.
And I'm saying that you have the evidence. I'm saying that under President Akufo-Addo, people mine in the forest reserves without reclamation. Akufo-Addo had a lands minister. Akufo-Addo had an environment minister. Akufo-Addo had an EPA. Akufo-Addo has a minerals commission. The whole and entire Jubilee House was mining. They were involved in mining. Mining is not a crime, but they were not doing the right things.
Yeah, but if they were not doing it right, it becomes illegal. So why are you not going after them?
So it doesn't just become illegal. We have inherited the social menace they have created, which affects the people. And we have to deal with it. We have to deal with it. We have to deal with all of that. Under President Akufo-Addo, the people who were involved were the very people who are supposed to go chasing the small ones. Okay? And today, if we start arresting them, they will begin to make noise. Ahiyagba will be making noise that we are witch hunting people. So government took the initiative to want to deal with the problem first. The same people who were involved are sitting on the media and trying to lie to the public that it is the NDC people who have mined in the forest reserves in the last 8 years. Does that make sense to you?
Mustafa,
does that make sense to you? That because we have discussed and given you evidence, mention one single name in the presidency of President John Dramani Mahama who is involved in mining and not mining responsibly. Mention to me a single appointee of President Mahama who is involved in mining and not mining responsibly. Mention to me. But under President Akufo-Addo, the entire Jubilee House,
but then,
his ministers,
which of the ministers?
Was a sin of crime as far as illegal mining is concerned.
Which of the ministers?
You want us to have that conversation? I'm saying let's come to your studio with Richard Ahiyagba and conclude the illegal mining discussion. Let us prove to them that they are the evil of this country. They should keep quiet and give us a break whilst we solve the problem. It's too early to want to hold an 8 months old government responsible and free an 8 years accomplished government that the entire machinery was engaged in. We can't do that. We can't approbate and reprobate. Let the MPP sit quietly and allow us to run this country. They failed They have failed. They continue to fail. The party lacks strategy. The party lacks orderliness. The party is not able to sit down to determine their growth. They should give us a break. They are not attractive to the public. The public is not interested in the MPP today. Let them go and rebrand themselves and cure the spell that has been cast on them with corruption, with bad deeds, with fleecing the public, and killing people in this country through by-elections. At least we have had one by-election and nobody have died. They should thank us and thank the people of Ghana for it.
Mustafa Gbande, Papa, Deputy General Secretary, Edema NDC, and he is in charge of operations, Deputy Director of Operations at the Jubilee House as well. You know, and Motesi and ED and Como, Ma Yemfa and ONC, na Yenshen Twaso, a few interviews more to go. Now, the discussion segment, no Abremo, and Anaya Champem Jantua would be here. Dr. Bernard Okoboy would also be here. Now, after we deal with all the issues on our table. But Unim said, from the dreams of youth to the ambitions of adulthood, wherever you are on your journey, whether you're starting a career, building a family, growing a business, or planning your future, we are here for your journey. Every goal deserves the chance to flourish, and with hard work, dedication, and a strong belief in yourself, the seed of greatness is within reach. So trust in the journey and understand that Fidelity Bank is with you every step of the way. Together, let's turn your dreams into reality. We are here for your journey. Believe with us. In the Fidelity Bank, the same emfa in Kransha Semi and Tumunyina Munim say, emfa hone de woye say o start o career, we school, we engineer, o start engineering career, we doctor, o start medical career, we a lawyer, and now say be a warrior afina wo share family ase, what she with Juma kakre bi ase, ope say Juma no enyi, me share business bi a wo ye, and I say wo plan wo dachi. Ni nyina no bank e betimi aboa wo. E Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank. E Juma sa bank ne bo Ghana ha no. E se wani ensa wo ka kire. Men kana da o de biara da. Omo ye Juma pa. Sanso ena Kingdom Herbal Center so se ene se na ufri se ye kwa ye nko ye tete kwanchen he ya na no we are back with the bank. Kingdom Herbal Center inuro aye dia buy gudwa so ena ukwa obenya bi atono ese wani ensa wo kache. In fact, se wo pe Kingdom garlic capsules and bitters atwa and then support your immune system. Ema immune system ne very very strong. Se stress wo dwuma wo ye ne very stressful. Uhia Kingdom garlic capsules and bitters. Also suffer from arthritis, also suffer from hypertension, stroke, cholesterol and wakoma and shada enkuya me pacho. Kingdom garlic capsules and garlic bitters and we here Kaiser Kingdom and a first company omode garlic bitters ne capsules ba Ghana. It's been over 15 years and omodi say adwuma your Kingdom Jensen power capsules and so na MMA drum ma ugina wona so timi boy adwuma brutal tremendous capsules and so ye ma edrisisi o kama e ma we obasima open no bi ato a okọ Kimberley Avenue Wakaichi Drug Lane 0559 761 144 Kingdom no challenger. Mame inform unko Savannah region. Now, Unim said there is a major humanitarian crisis in Savannah region. Yen reporter Isaac Noja Ewo. Isaac, good afternoon.
Good evening, Minya.
Hey, evening, 4:51. Sorry, Fachani. Bibi aboko there.
Bako.
Na any figures are yet. In fact, the Interior Minister confirmed it's a Ghana for a free Savannah region, a Janeko, Cote d'Ivoire, and Burkina Faso, no, in excess of 14,000 or more are displaced from official NADMO figures, about 48,000.
Okay, there, Interior Minister, no, pepe, because more, yes, Omutumi register solar cab, no munina. Ask every 200 to 48,005 displaced people are moving to some solar camp. and now almost more Cote d'Ivoire. Your call official figure with the money 14,000. 14,000.
Cote d'Ivoire
now, and no, regional minister call her, and I see gonna drop it about 13,000. Well, which I say, Nipa being assigned to Cote d'Ivoire at different locations because and no, Nita call solar cam no. Because whom them my back or now catch and say, or Fitogo cam, a bar solar cam because condition of living on and your crowd, the omega, you know, maybe. Now, no, there will be a solar cam. And I'll check your mom, so on the net, our Muslim, Gianca Cracker. So, and I call so Cote d'Ivoire. Or so, how, now, what's in your call? More on your call. Now, Ghana, dear. Oh, figure out to your call. So, I'm past there. There's remaining 13,000 for more Cote d'Ivoire. Vongri Congrino. And pass on my attaining refugee status. Our Montreal, almost a bit my area as a Ghana, ever share your Mozuma.
Okay, in this 13,000 or 14,000, no, a Cote d'Ivoire,
a Cote d'Ivoire,
hey,
now, Oko, one chin in a techiman. Just this evening, I mean, information. My cross the cable or moving the back of almost your honor to almost 2,000 to 3,000. One chin in a techima or more. And a honor cry or more any kind of intervention, a coffee, Diana, the beyond better. One chin to Tima, Yakatan.
Wow. Ain't it not Burkina Faso so a biacoho?
Oh, dear, yes, Mister. Na the mitma kafa onu se o se Burkina Faso no oho na bripo no omo free ena mewu no omo so free
Asempa
ena lobby for na free Cote d'Ivoire na munya 2 tribes ena forming lobby no bripo ena mewu no omo ye 2 clans we clan ena lobby ni na ye tribe. So, Mummy, at the kind of woman yet tribe back home. Now, love you, free Cote d'Ivoire. And I bring for me, to look at yourself, Burkina Faso.
Okay.
Now, meet na Ghana more than 19 years. Share. So, let's not about Munina dance and me for the current generation, more Ghana.
Okay, into Omua. Dwane no yes brefo for no
omuna ka bomo
omuni lobby for ni na dwane no
omuna because other faction no omuni so we brefo na we lobby omuni
wow you be sure dia oh okay enti from the year tete said ya oka no wan kasa Cote d'Ivoire ho no ko hobi
me ko hobi pa
na ukoye na because of course said ya woka no machi efri Burkina and Cote d'Ivoire but sisi ane de omo ye Ghana for they are there now in Cote d'Ivoire as refugees, right?
Yes. And legitimate Ghanaians.
Sure. And Mr. TF4 says a wood here obetima ko YouTube Asempa 94.7 FM no akwa share videos nibi a Ketsi Joy News a videos yensa aka okohwe camps and it's camp na ya say about green tent bi no on tent green bi na no ye hefa
e Ghana ha sola
where sola
ta kam no ndalmu na di baye
okay
and a fita no so Ghana Red Cross
and a Ghana Red Cross in the way omo aye displaced 48,000 aye displaced they been na deda ho no
omo na wo Ghana ha
okay
na me picture na wo ko do scratch now udru ha ye will open pavilion modiya daycare na primary school
Asempa
okay
edema school for no now mo dikan call na school no ta na school ni dey
okay
sa open pavilion na be mo mo nipa no doso nkora ni bemma nkora ni mba omu na doso e no hoso bemma no so doso sin omu wo Ghana ha no
oh okay
so no So ya ko no omu DC catch the regional minister was Savannah we say omanya bebi a mo peso omeko arege ma omeko de ho ohoni mo me ye fe nka munya kwan e de mo ko ho a ohoni ye fe pa e tight ni na e na mo defense wall na the latest second goal you know ye ko mu ye no still omu da se da bontin omo famo ko bia mo so mo fa na ko no that is na ho no onya duru ho a penyifo mo ya call ana receive call they are restricted omunyina and the gen no menya dinu e ma munye ma no omunye ma no omunya enza bisa Johnny Bagana
and you are saying say close to 13,000 people ne Johnny ko de omunyina da abonten
14,000 omunya ko abon ko de was first you ko huma no
yes
say we video evidence omunyina abonten na moda Baku no free hotu Johnny Bagana no ona ka kire me say say omutumi da anajo 10 11 12 no omutu say nkora nsi osun die nyane na akoro na wu because in tontom no awona adu omu ho no enya agoro ena feed ni ho so enye papa so sha typical refugee experience esuetu okodi vo ho
and also Ghana for asem na ye kan we Ghana for
pa
close to 14,000 da bontin wo Cote d'Ivoire ma entontom ewe nkwala me bi wu
yes na oni bebe
da bio
asem kese bi e daw ebe to sola ne se sa ko fo mo jone no eba the food production provisions, source of employment, commercial activities, omuna so no. Na de no mo nyina edawure omwako. Ena headers no matter headers no. Omo for mo kettle ewura wonu nyina. This is the time omutumi harvest bayire. Now so omunni ho. Bayire omunni ho. Abroad the prayer amodono anipa bakwo tuma do say 500 acres 300 acres 200 acres ni nyina mo aganaja
e na just say e kom kra betimi asan aba ye nya aduane wo right
when you danger before indigenous amakasa wu hu ya when you not ka ho a people special almost bra tie ebeji dem no to supply the system enya sa a combo nipa ewo bole na Solar district.
Wow. Enti ba se oba solar hona entokwana nkasa de eguso like nipa kunkum ni ad neguso anase security for netimia bringing your under control.
We the police for na to Japan wo da oho no omo abombo de pa ebe duru ene for the past 3 days yantise omoabo obi tu ana omoku obi ewo Solar na Kaba district ni se omo don na se mana basa na omo afa peace ara dialogue e de judgment because osha omo that to work room dodo ni na yamba ena nkora ena so omo ni na yebemma yante ana yahu se omoaku oba ana akora baako fata company we nyina from the beginning ebedreme
wow and not just say the claim say most of the communities war district nimuno are now completely deserted oba ho a unhu nipa bia wo ho no no kre
anokre Baby Asempa state no. Gbingiri.
Yes.
Because Gbingiri 2 separate days. Now baby you who say nipa wo ho na Gbingiri Chief Palace. And he feel ho. O ho na e ko say police for say 9 na wo ho. na yete se omutu na pese omukọ dai mba be se me sha bi kan e ma omo abasola omunya tu munna tu ana di pa bonu bi so mu fe tire ebe fa jatum ohini fie and also ohokwa na tie the whole biri ta ohini fie na she and na okọ kalba omuso omudos wo ho oho na yemu te store kese nesa omutu abodan ebie efesa nyema ni nyina egu abonten a omusai no. Apart from these two areas no, the two main areas of the complaint no, Benyiri and Kalba no, everything is intact. And also, you want to be a beautiful no, a janisa jana mano. Obiscuit man to a young self, be a squash to a just on million and idea. Oh, that was a janso, a munina, Janet Tomokon.
Wow. But you think, sir, the area is now calm, I say, or more a jane corny or more displaced within the district. No, met me as a comufibio. And any safe, sir.
Well, yeah, well, many police and security experts.
From what you have seen,
like I say, we wait to make our uncle. Now, they are going to catch on the train. The suspicion and mistrust level, no, Nipa will join fire, no.
Yes.
And yeah, dear, especially Bemano, on the Sabbath, yeah. So, me bakra, one of fa, Monyama, farm program,
yes.
On the have a severe, on the Sako, Bemano. Now, the story dinner, yeah, investigation, Mbano, the brave Taba, ever so I don't know, Mudono. Mutmasha Niamana, yeah, no more have a say at the call. Because one thing and teaching man says, and yeah, the Omega budget, yeah. And almost a more could have run. The brave side have a someone Niamano. This so, yet you believe, say, who they are Burkina, a free being in Kalba, and a Burkina, and Cheddar what they believe. To be a bang on a Cote d'Ivoire. So, not surprised. Me to say, na banana is equal 30,000 because people must be hawk or Burkina and now echo dance at Ghana.
Yes.
Yes. Omo better Barcelona. Omo doso. The brain sound because Omo konye boat disaster no accident no. Enya de better fat. Sai river neighbor. So almost fast free ball and a ball tonight small thing that's war because a honor according alternative area of attack because now war before from war omunim and I'll be in chair at Oquano and will be you and a Kalba a war stola to Nakaba district. So I said I was this you know. Omunim say back border district. Now tell no mutum say omwa other part mu say so la for be bri adware no. And I say okay, there's some more journey there. Munia for border. And so attack no. The day told no the bri free border.
Asemo.
Yeah.
And who stories about Cote d'Ivoire say Cote d'Ivoire authorities ne be donation be the refugees na alcohol no meaning say when who saw pictures na as o ma share buckets be ne neoma bi di amare. Have you seen those pictures?
Ampa me hu ye and Cote omo ye ta donation no because ye said this no omo share bo say omo share asama refugees no omo ho ato.
Yes.
Now one time you call until Enra Omunyan and never name buy it.
They who pictures nimune.
And Namekano. So you call Omoka say the Ghana authority say Omba to Nama Omwanya comfortable condition.
Yes.
Now you can say maybe 2-3 days na. Now so almost time I buy it's about after 4 or 5 days. 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 4 or 5 da anything na be join through hono then man na me cast dia kombo no o catch them say feed number 1 there some ema secondly bi o meda asem and also we need freedom as we to na your call unu obi kata ana obi free na wafa these three main things these three limitations no and at minimum the 1,000 people are almost free ho and mami constitution say this year I was Ghana
yes
so
yes
and then the prior carefully Ghana Red Cross Society ni penny a obtain mumuni Mohammed Mela Eka say number from 48,005 no
yes
I reduced it drastically to 1,013 so there are about 46,000
displaced people
500 no
yes
46,700 no
yes that's the $1 million question.
Good. Now, we can say, oh, almost have come krom, and ya no correct. Because hold cemetery. Then might be a new others last service here, and so or talk was not within the week. And I come back. These two areas, please work like I say, a hotspot. A hotspot because all the stores, all houses, they be a ding. Then money now, or decide who goes or who comes. No,
wow.
And now, the people are going to say, Bushano, being a Nippon, or Nibia, Nikuna, and a banana, you walk. Because Mamibia, yet your Koguna war, Sola Camno. Between the ages of 45 and 50. Or can say, or need Jinahua or the other fashion, either subcommittee, Akunu before or no name in Kola Nieta. And the police report about far and in Koran at the back of the camp. So, Sam, way, who got to my damn not have necessary.
Yeah, yeah.
And ask them.
That's
so because the British are Komufia. You cannot need more evidence. Say, all the 46,000 people almost are Komukurum and now Mufi. You can only evidence to show.
Asempa FM.
And that's them now.
Yeah, that's the big issue. And for more Muti and over donation now, Ivory Coast authorities, Eyedema, your friend is refugees now. And on phone and a YouTube live stream to say bucket ne kete ene ade adena omutimi edema Ghanaian refugees na it's a sad spectacle from what we are seeing and reporter correspondent or at the air it doesn't look good but mu free Cote d'Ivoire about the last time hello is it Mufri Cote d'Ivoire about the last time you had been?
Yeah, yes, and then I have 5 days.
And then I have 5 days.
No, that be 6 days.
Okay. But who will be
1 week and I'm going to me them it me could be. That can come going on.
But who will be or more information as to what's happening?
Yes.
It almost say
Ghana for the journey buying. And Cote d'Ivoire. Before so the Diana Mamo. First no, say first no. Omunim the Omuntimi every sense to the Gare. Na say Omadi Bisha the Mamo. This is a confirmation of people know who say Cote d'Ivoire for no.
Yeah, I bet you buckets near no. Yeah, but even say 14,000 people they are not so bucket where they say so crowd.
No, this time no. Now money 13,000.
Yeah, 13,000.
Say 1,000 kura not robbers no extra.
It's true. That's true. About 5 days after no. Oh, uncle for one are they still telling you so much that's so that one thing?
Yeah, because that's that thing. About no more.
Oh,
they have not relocated them into the baby almost say omoye prepare man. Because honor ye wouldn't pa I saw omodo ho. Na yi grass the fresh grass no every where ma mo tuna akotena.
Oh. Now
They have to hook the place.
Ivorian government no so just say Oma mafia ye pa. Na we na omuntimi nye dada dai.
That you enye mafia femo. O say o fi na Asempa 2 bi na oje ba.
Yeah, immediately no untimi. Sure.
O bobo ho na ye o ni mo. Na the grass no say move me hook spray ho a. Na mo ko dina ho a. Tontom no eba wo mo pa. Ebi eni bi tina pesa mu shete ho yie
ansa na mo di o
na so awona odi nkora no ena atemfo no ena ye wore man ka bi o mo ho
yeah
atemfo dot wo ho ena nkora so eye majority.
Oh it not just say ba say nsuo kra eto ne ade o mo dem
obeye den makoshia mami bi ewo sola kamha wawo friends and twins na no catch them say waye operation measure 4 na mo yin korana na mo catch them say 2 weeks time ana 3 weeks time eso ba review 2 weeks time na to kona shate ontimi nante tinakro bit mat na say on feed the corona ontimi na say. So when I came across her, or connections them, and I needed a telecommand to your phone. Omoya, Ghana Health Service, I'm welcome, Omoya, dear. Omo try a I'm now called that solar to Nakaba District Hospital. This day I can only calling me no now. Onukwa won kora bako 11.
Hey.
So the Baba Baku and Muare no never put me 11 and 10. Who said we cannot?
Yeah.
Aha, wow. So population wise there. Or more.
Very well. Isaac Noja, my yena say BBNia just keep monitoring. You best see Baba Beje report bio. Why? Yeah, that's the multimedia correspondent in the Savannah region, and I'm here AD and Como Isaac Noja painting that very, very, very terrible picture of the humanitarian crisis a war the Savannah region, and the confirming numbers are already not more and a Red Cross for the Atuja 48,000 people displaced. Close to 14,000 people have run to La Côte d'Ivoire as refugees, from the Sola Tunakaba district of the Savannah region. It's not looking good. I mean, say Omodaso Dabontin 5 days. Ewo Côte d'Ivoire 14,000 people. That's really terrible. Ama awo konkola muntuntumu wibi mankola ni bi wune adeno. It's not good. And I think there should be, fortunately for us, presidential staff anana ya janto abe cancer ewo hanti. Onua ati wedi otiami oni masem kanos na wasumu nana ya janto a big woman. Enti what a report I know said the minister in charge of the interior Abwa pro alcohol, but as far as the humanitarian crisis is concerned, it's not looking good. Dr. Okobo in Swabe Cancer. After this short break, shall see Eddie and Como. Stay with us, here.
Tie. Ene wiase mu, ye ntam sika twitwiri de, elfa nkoto phone, na ye light bill nhwen, water bill nhwen, rent, ye nka ho asem. Ene ti na EBA phones say, odi abrochira bagana. Ene udi wani chiemu ewa London, ebe sinko Lagos a, amanfo kwaji phone, one time sika bebre, elfa nkoto, nemum, utia ne nkakra. EBA phones say, odi bia bagana. Ene ti say iPhone na wopa, efi iPhone X, eko the latest iPhone brand. Fweni chiemu ewa EBA phones na kwaji wo phone to your 40% down payment na fa phone ko collateral sembie no guarantor sembie no we no eye wo Ghana card and afi ashanse de atrese we adwuma keke we no sa wo pese wo tua no weekly and monthly e kwanda ho phones no ye real na plan no very simple kai hunu say EBA phones e wo iPhones any ho akade a wo ton no wholesale price and afi so no wo repair iPhone type bia enti adenti na di say wo twen for EBA phones ɛwɔ 0597 342 168 ana 0597 042 990. Ubetumi anante abaye shop yɛwɔ Circle American Mall ana afei Kumase Edum Ejekum Abronsai kɛsie no. Kai hunu sɛ yɛwɔ Facebook and Instagram ɛwɔ EBA Phones. EBA Phones and Accessories. Ewiase ayɛdɛ EBA Phones akɛsie. Nintuano nkete.
Semisoriano pa, Kel Chaco toothpaste na me de twitwi me se. Emma me confidence, the money nyina.
Se wushia ama na me sifite guso na mesre a. Eya wanwawa hu. Me de Kel Chaco toothpaste ene twitwi me se. Oba de nipa e wo bidie mu no. Ene e dia ye Kel Chaco toothpaste. E boy sin ho ban e free mowa e boy sin mu tokro. E sin ahye ene enumunka. Sure se amani Kel Chaco toothpaste nso nie. Yeti center for.
Me de magic Kel Chaco toothpaste atubu. Me use na no pa na dwa me koda no. E ma me sin ye fita. Confidence level kwasro entibi nama na me sin 32 ni na guso.
Enkane no ani ama me num di bidie twitwi yense no. Asan ya bebie mu o. Bidie wo Kel Chaco toothpaste mu no. E ma sin ye fita. E ma na hoden ne san yi nka bia. Mo wonum ye hwam. Enunti mo amonom coffee, wine, any tobacco e kamo seso no. Abama mo Kel Chaco toothpaste. Sankofa yenchi.
Kel, happy smile.
FDA aje edwadi nkrato ya tomo.
Hello.
Oh, it's a
Boko.
okay.
Try, hold on, my main checking message in bra. Yeah, Medi. Medi. ABC game. Me just 1,000 Ghana. Me let us do about and me 5,000 Ghana cedis. Dial star 262 hash. Select 3 letters BR to say KBW and I say WIN. Na say ye boba bano. Na say wabani bibwa. What disika? Se mi nyina bombo dia. What disika kesi ekra. Game way there. There is no loser because who try to win the cra 10% cash back. Yet what dia bema. That's what can't me. Girl, cra machini. Obi trade this crab on sudre. ABC game. Eye easy to say ABC and cratway MLA Ajatu. What characters platform also.
Ghana for bills are canning who be mo. Bills set 2025 year. And it does so homo bia what you walk only ejumaye. Ain't if I when it bills. Na beji loan na ubet media ya wow ejuma. Way ye loan don't come me. Wun yashio. Nye wun hiane wu Ghana card. Ewa na wun saka usika. Na sa we obia we ya wow ejuma upese wutremu. Anasa we ejume niya. Uchi busumi ya ketria. And ye bill se bray. Na beji loan na. Won't be BS Yawa collateral and NASA deposit. We hear mubia. Ain't ya fate ye? Bills a will be a 1 year to maybe a ubet to me a begin loan don't come in nubi. Nasa what's nephew and away, yes, it can be dear. Hey, wow! Ain't it for bills say sia? It was 0596 920 833 and now 0302 200 390. Now what's to me a Chiao bills? Nemo, HSA Kakrawo. Bank of Ghana and Sasha Bills Microcredit HSA. Bills, financing your needs.
OneXBet, football brewer huji. Na sagoni die Ekosoda. Sia phone so virtual football on onexbet.com.gh and our OneXBet app so. Na use promo code FIFAGH25. Na fenya 300% bonus. Na compare 5,500 Ghana cedis. OneXBet, football die. Ewa winchenda. Gambling here true. Inti chani wa shiri. Enye ma wana won di fie tu mochi. Gaming commission aji kratu yatu.
Etie ha Colgate wobota yebi
se wobema yense nam enya apomodin na yense enya ahoden
ani wo ku enenim na wo yensisemu
eye bibia eye adekase
Colgate about the amamremu abodiemu iyaban a wodi Colgate nyansa hunu abomu aye ebema yense nam apomodin ni yense ahoden
na o Syrian kechi
So Colgate Herbal for fraud share and
What can you hear Becano?
FDA adie dwedwe krato yato.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. Money we define every day and night. Mama, Dada keep on hustling for the family. The luckiest. Down, everyone to hush. You can win some cash. You can be the luckiest with 1 seat. Luckiest with 5,000. The luckiest in the market woman. You can be the luckiest. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. You can be the luckiest. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Stars everyone to hush. Luck is everywhere. Luck is everywhere. Oh, tell me how you feeling lucky. Because I'm feeling lucky. Because I'm feeling like the ultimate. That how we go win. If I win it, you win. You could be the luckiest. One day, Anna, Max Buy per se, yes, Kabibri. Mr. Mr. How? Max Buy at the bundle offers a casio BNT Tag Ebro. Buy 2 for less. Benebeto TCO washing machines and a kettle for only 5,530 Ghana cedis. Na save a cool 300 Ghana cedis. But to Infinix Smart TV and a smartwatch 3,000 Ghana cedis per. A face of Sanka Techno Common 40 Pro and a smartwatch for only 3,170 cedis. Na see a 250 amunumuwa. Come Max Buy showroom or memo baby and I shop it online at www.maxbuy.com.gh. Frame 054-401-9552. Nebisa bundle promo no na jiweni kra. Max Buy, quality you trust, prices you love.
Fly Emirates to 5 destinations in the Chinese mainland: Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Hangzhou, and Shenzhen. Relax in comfort on board with our world-class hospitality. Explore up to 6,500 channels of entertainment and stay connected with free Wi-Fi. With daily flights from Accra to the Chinese mainland via Dubai, you can enjoy convenient travel that fits around your business schedule. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
This BB Niger season 10, no filters, no scripts, no holding back, cause it's 10 times the drama, 10 times the rivalry, 10 times the game. Pay your subscription today and catch all the drama, fights, and more in BB Niger season 10. Showing on DSTV channel 198 and GoTV channel 149. Watch the Sunday eviction shows live on Aquaba Magic, channel 150 on DSTV and channel 102 on GoTV.
Ecobank Mobile to make me say, Ecobank Mobile to make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy. Download it. You gon' enjoy it. You can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even just tights with the Apple. Ecobank Apple. Life is easy with the Ecobank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the Ecobank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with Ecobank. Kim promise.
Obutentim no. To say the what do?
Enyamia, asidan kwama angel rock mixer, abua me pa. Ma wura sama dan me anigye, tutu sisi yare no. E na asan ama me ahoɔden soronko. Me kire vitality and energy.
Where there, Udika? Usisi yare ne there. Yen kan de kese. Wote eye.
Hi man, ampa ba de me ho. Hey, na me no kasa no ada ho koi
me ko sisia
se obi a wode de yo koi our pharmacies and herbal shops na wo pedodo a wa frɛ number simu bia 0244 186612 ana 0244 832286 afi 0244 719230 apemfo abata wo mo manufo eni nkwada woni mfie du nwotwe nka ho
Angel Rock Mixture Bekasama FDA ajeje nkrato yaso
Sasabo Sasso sasso tonton preko Sasso sasso tonton preko Every mosquito started run away. Tonton preko Sasso sasso it's a woman tonton preko tonton preko Sasso kum tonton preko na ni sham ne de edem stronko.
This advert is FDA approved.
Deep pepper preko na deep preko
Africa Queen Tea
say dear, what's the African Queen mackerel yasi papa?
Now why non pay the pa? You are what you eat oh. And this a wo to mackerel I will do ania. Now what to papa no preko? Africa Queen mackerel. The way show no keke. No pankwa.
Mikuno say, oh sorry ate. Oh see fua, me say honey. Oh say
have your love. Mommy crying, have you still?
That means so much say. Okay. Yes, Africa Queen mackerel dear. Number one necessary. Tomato sauce papa be so neguhu. And this what the year dia no. And the journey taste the extra oh. Top papa no preko. Africa Queen mackerel. Show no mo keke. Now pankwa. Every year they didn't have to ya to.
The luckiest everywhere. For everyone, yeah.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's smarts we love. Or your community could win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Hey, Pedro, come here, son, and say, who ya Pedrianu?
Ama, me say, Kingdom Garlic Bitters and Capsules from me no me no. This a man tia biane pampan, menu mo to soma. And say, who say, Oba sorry na me na ho. Yana me kwa jogging. Ahoɔden na bedwa. Metimi nante afuru sane a. Menti brebium san say, emoja ne timi free adwuma. Immune system no so ye na adwuma.
Kingdom Herbal Center for Dre. And who di ho dance here.
Men na messe wo se se de untimi mfa bibia mbrofo me subiom. Ofura mefro usane nso a mesane.
Anya kwadwo, miss media semasi. Kingdom Garlic Bitters and Capsules na daruma. Ambama your best sima.
Kingdom Garlic Bitters and Capsules eye dra. Food and Drugs Authority for ajatum sa wonumu a boost immune system. Wa waye kese boost obesity wedropa. Eni rheumatism arthritis. Mo pedodo to enko Kimberlin Avenue. Okaishi Drug Lane ewo enkran. Drugstore biemu we sabetimi akabi. Wo betimi afre Kingdom Herbal Center for 0275 804064 and 0302 938153. Kingdom Garlic Bitters and Capsules.
No challenger.
After 9 electrifying seasons, Big Brother Naija is back for season 10 with 10 times the drama, 10 times the rivalry, 10 times the game. This is certified. No zero, no minus. Stream every twist and turn on Showmax. Binge all the action, every surprise, anytime, anywhere. Sign up now at showmax.com. Your front row seats to Big Brother Naija season 10. Showmax, streaming for Ghana.
Asempa FM.
Anytime I feel lonely, feeling sad, only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Asempa FM. Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa FM. Asempa FM. 94.7.
94.7 Asempa FM. So in Ekosiisen dwumadi no asogo so a utie no ma yenam nyina asene ma makwaba 33 after 5 Dr. Bernardo Koboy ewa ha na ya chempem jantoa enso ewa ha ma ma wona kwaba na afei yemfa nkomo no enhyehyɛ so enne ensem egu apono so no edozo. But even before that, let me say a big happy birthday to Mr. Peter Mensah Onoma, who turns 89 years today, and Mrs. Esther Amuesi, also known as Esther Mensah Onoma, who also turns 82 years today. Best wishes, good health, to enjoy the fruit of your labor from the Mensah Onoma family across the globe. Going out to you. We're free Alfred Mensah Onoma na Ode Abraze. Mr. Peter Mensah Onoma, 89 years. Mrs. Esther Mensah Onoma, 82 years. Happy birthday to you both, and have a fantastic birthday. Ma memma impanyefo ya kwaba. Okay, Dr. Okoboy ni bedru kane. Doc, akwaba let's say
Council
Bibi aboko de.
Nyame adom. Adom na edi enam. Me chia utifo nyina. And my sister na ya so. Say no. Ono chia no special because ono wa ban mu. And sisi ya say asemba na bibia. Esi free onipa obiara ni nipa e wa ban no nzi edi eni tie bo hu ban edi meni agise ma hu no da nyame ase oso obo ejuma
ba se bibia ye boko
binyame adom nti once you ahondin aye koba no ye da sira ma no unze yeah, brothers na omo frame no may they so rest in peace. Ebi I started audit omo juma ni ye juma. Ebi omo qualify chen so me hu ene. Yes. Inti u hu say obi a se bi odi no hu ni yesi ye hwe ni papa ya ebi odi wenim ono kona woti asia e so on kaiza adom na kita o. Adom. Inti ena nyame so o se ono pe na yentimi nkwahie no. O se ono wa tra Esau akochusu Jacob. Na wo ye wa a wo be chere de ntia wa chusu Jacob. Enti umpa e bonu say or deal with you or deal with you mercifully. Because one ye merciful on here on di obi aka. Excuse.
I'll show mercy to who I want to show mercy.
Exactly. Enti de bia umpa e bonu say you fall in his favor and grace. Sure. Na wo top obi the wa bemu Mustafa Gbani grant to me. Say wo ko to sa grace no mo Mustafa do tu rara nini rara yen so auto grace no mo so we'll thank God for the gift of life. And omo ja we chin, na my two coin. So my bano we have to find ways to let them reach out. To reach out to them. Because bit say mutala say no me ni papa. In fact, obi aban we microphone ba ko mienu bi ewo mu a anka opposition ma we depressed o ka say o su nipa o mutala o mutala oba officer me sometimes ye ko opposition o hu me na me ni na good mood. Why are you like this? Remember you have a brother in government. So are you doubting me? I said no, I don't doubt you. Obi mitina asem na miraho. Miraho. But bibi amono sure. Nyami yenkesi no. Still no ye di asida na man.
That's fine. Nana ya chempem jantwa akwaba na pom te saying.
You dey go near so wa wo hwa. Ghana.
Jubilee House boko there.
Bibi aboko this is me kura me was short leave me PULC a multi-year tariff order from 2026 to 2030.
Okay.
So we are going through the process, sir. Utilities no kura present a proposals homa publish as the law says.
Okay.
And a meeting over some of the proposals near Dinty. Pro the whole country. A friend requirements and I used to be stakeholder meetings with key stakeholders. I will crew my best at a first stakeholder meeting on the 8th of September. That is Monday near Twaswa. We are near Twaso. A public hearings and you could see Ghana for the almost so tariffs now utilities need besides our tariff fee every 4 years.
Major
tariff review every 4 years and a utilities be present or more investments or more O&M or more near mom the age rate of return nina be present amaye na inyina yeso ye tie wo mo na yeso asema ye wo no ya ka kire wo mo nti sese no oma alumi ama PURC abanya alumi ama for the period na ye sa program no so bi nti ase a me commissioner sese for some time na been there as a commissioner. I'm back
commissioner for PURC.
For PURC.
That's why you're a board member.
Yes, I'm a board member. But the no more commissioner.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh,
mukana sa akosia ko nanzo ojina kwancha.
Akosia betene mu nyina kwanje.
No ya tempem jam to ali eteba. Ma manfo so hu se major tariff review no different from quarterly adjustment.
Yes, say two a friend is saying tariffs ye quarterly adjustment AAF no automatic adjustment formula na ye major tariff review. Say quarterly they be a movements in certain parameters, inflation, price of crude oil, generation mix and any addition. But where they will go into details of the operations of the utilities. A hand ye be bisa almost 2022 ye musika say moka se mbesi dan wa ha moka se mbe se moye ya na se manye mufiwa requirements over the years and emosia spend sika no ni nyina mo ye friend say mo requirements anamu hia sese mu de ejuma revenue requirement de mam eson ya na mutimi collect ni ye ni nyina no ye be hwe ni nyina ye we ni friend say ye hwe mo fiko ansana ye be hwe di ebisi nti ye be start the process no next week
because now many Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempedi come on.
Okay.
And he made a very interesting point said and said the forex no one key factor
is the key factor.
Absolutely.
Right
tariff no. And his question was simple said because of forex indeed we've seen a decrease in fuel prices. Why are we not seeing a decrease in tariffs?
Because your revenue crisis the last time the revenue requirement me more say from the quarter of 2024 first, second, third so there was a hanging revenue requirement of 978 million necessary the my utilities but because of that the tariff first quarter no yam pass on we pass on a 28%, we pass on a certain portion. So no matter what it is, there was still a hanging revenue requirement. So then we needed to do at least 2%, so that ombetimi enya bibi kakra. And also look at the Ghana water, say with all the turbidity and issues with home water now, no, they are even going to look at another kind of chemical polymer, which is more expensive than what they are using.
Yes.
So all these parameters, I think that we are going to look into in the major tariff. If you say me Mr. Ghana for nyina say omo forma so to form no mo forma so mra ho no mo forma ni mra ho, because ye betimi afre wom obi a wo asem kan bia no wotimi kra tro ne krata so say niam bia wo feel say nko ye tro ne krata so ebe drop o PRC officer ewo Olympic Committee building no mayensa be kan ye de ni nyina ye adwuma say hu hia say ye frɛ wa ye den a ye be frɛ no waba.
That's fine. That's fine. Enti mama ye nyina ye nhye so, but said ye de kan abo hu de ro abo no on the 13th of September memende de animi enka ho ne na wotwe the Asempa FM Walk with the Stars ye de air bremo ye nyina ye hia e wo forecourt multimedia group ya e wo kokomlemle na ya 5-kilometer walk na e de akwa wie ye kuwie ye be aerobics ye be didi ye be board games ye be chenioma kwa e de ama amanfo saa wase didi peche ya san aye health screening e de ama mo kwa na wasa kwenti it a must attend event was ye nyina yetumi eba se unim nante ho mfaso a Dr. Bernardo Koboy ewa doctor onokwado a superstar enti he will join us ama ye nyina ya
obi person do say question.
Yes,
we call work we ma be di peche na just say dey me do su yen masan be kan go na so ba be di peche
na so call work we dey o say we di
so we di kakra nya peche na just say
but doc enti we an exercise enthusiast personally.
Yes.
Say obi a walker benefit kakre wo me in be 2-3 minutes.
Oh, I think the first thing is who walk here obviously no burning calories. Say o body no use say na car use petrol and diesel e dey move no. Say na o body use calories and say na e me move. Enti any physical activity o ye no e bo ama o burn calories.
Calories boni ana enya de papa.
No the process of burning calories no ema organs no ye juma kama.
Okay.
And I said you in burning calories no o muscles ye juma, other body tissues ye juma e bo ama o metabolism as in chemistry no air proper. Say you are from metabolic diseases, like diabetes, like to some extent other hormonal diseases. And you be a metabolic center the body you ain't too proper, but exercise ain't proper. So that's one good advantage of exercise. Another thing is carry our body with joints used to carry your own weight, and I'm used to it a strengthening one. So that the chance of any pain in the joints in the way form. And aduane bia obedi one burning any food you eat is converted to calories.
Okay.
Odi benku fufu bibia will be converted. That's why they say abroche obi be di dia yetimi chop channel just say aduane oba be di fufu wey 1,000 calories. Now odidi now odi 1,000 calories show mu. Now 190,000 but one year physical activity additional so here burning calories. That's why they come to me do.
Yeah, come to me do.
Why you be burning calories now? They can be stored in the body to fat. And that's why Sebi Oduani anything na kofo obi awonu mo university anom ye slim no. Almost 30 years juma na eto mo kanu mo didi no mo 90 of former
sedentary lifestyle.
Yes. Now almost 30 put because the economy won use no it must be stored.
Okay.
Now who store fat the brain so it may have metabolism. And the exercise there a drawer papa just that obia say who starter you must know your level. Obi o exercise ache say prekupe no ko ye gidigidi wan hwa aji wa to hospital it me buy mu bo some names no besides ambulance be ba wa na me body no ambulance it be show omo omodi kukudro ekwakoye exercise no yedi nimde be ka echom so omunya abote ye mfa kukudro exercise o share bia wo free ba no why ni kakra and then you grow.
It's true. And on the 13th no Dr. Okoboy will be here. Nana ya chempem jantua Udu Jubilee House or a superstar, and he would be part of the walk on the 13th. Yen na ye nantia tintin yempom by manenya one off thing and the one so or if fear at least yes every day we have 30 minutes walk cry
32 you can you know my prayer is that we will get to a place where as a country research actually say the only way to do exercise regularly and consistently is to have it infused in your daily routine. If I didn't quite say me juma no wie na mako share exercise so another time for exercise normally it will be difficult. So for example, if we juma Asempa joy like multimedia now o park your car let's say Paloma. If it takes 30 minutes to walk from Paloma to this place, it means automatically every day 1 hour of work is part of your routine. So ube nantia abaha abejuma. No one nantia kofaka na kofi. And no, you do it even without realizing, without knowing, but you get the benefits. So research has constantly taught us the best way to do exercise regularly is to infuse it in your activity. And over time, no, ube without knowing. Because exercise I say me point to make gym and no vim yen 3 months a trainer vim no air form. So I think
some companies crowd because in the UK I realize some of the companies have a walking break into mutimi a break eco break my staff ni nyina epie but I'm say otna sia echa
enye healthy
opie na ma walk
it's true
park na so kaka so na ma sia ba beto
and we mu ye niama work life balance over with time no we have to infuse it in our work. And as a country, so we must find some day for planting trees in a man. We must find a way, a particular day of the week
for exercise.
Yes, it's been scheduled such that you do the exercise even without knowing. Ebia approach elsewhere, they will say that the trams will not move. Public transport will not move. So that wherever you are going, walk one, some half a mile or whatever. So, enemy for me brother Minister for Health.
Okay.
Me who say ordinances no or smoky piece pipe na me so me go catch and so abomodi the morale is good for the health workers. A health worker juma no obi sometimes enye easy. The only thing that keeps you going is patient because so me da sinya me and now a big man say you are doing well. Because the candidate who compared to the union mujiwo as one job party also so if Ekoba say tension kakra ba between workers in omo anka o memo mumura no hard but me who we no pay am catch say is the way to go.
I think we have to commend the leadership of nurses and midwives association for the humility to want to go accept say we did wrong and go and apologize. It's also good.
Perpetual
minister also
who watching from a distance who free say Sebi na semieti but Sebi unionism dey own him ontimi ye ni leader
oja kakra
yes oja ni wa lose election into so oja kakra na wa wadum so abote I'm happy with the optics. My prayer is that they should get closer. Me kai me share next be one time na ntokwa aba omo ministry na me friend ba me office onu coffee say doctor una only here fine ebi mu dey do mo chia I don't see doctor your program omumba and sometimes they look at all these things so you have to work on yourself to improve the relation and I'm sure it will better and work no there work I see chief of staff Eba opposition members so ya categorize as a superstar just say when I use you awenya ewe kaka
opposition members akuku down for
na Mustafa Gbade beba
obeba
obi
one the national organizer nyina
ele organizer oba onya botamai
Mustafa oba mention soja
kai zonya botamai
Mustafa yosofu munim za
Mustafa Gbade
our action
Uni Mustafa Gbade
mimi nimno minu apa
oyesofu when
Action Chapel
Archbishop Duncan Williams sorry or a member now
oyesofu
say sometimes yet me flow but MP wo hunamu
Adamu hintum.
So Mustafa Gbande ye sofo.
She. Mustafa Gbande so ka nyamesema ebe yo ma.
Mustafa Gbande.
She.
Mustafa Gbande na me na di nko.
Me na mkacho me ade me na no ntimi me.
Say Sena Saul na ne timi edin pa answer no say. Enti e bia sunsun ya frɛ no. But
what can I do? What can you be? What can I do?
That's nice.
Yes, Mustafa Christo Nipa. Then I say, I be na actually your program. No, or near so phone in Niger.
Yen doubting. Oh,
what then Mustafa?
So cartons singing.
Mustafa, oh no, to me, because
my brother, so actually, honestly, penny or so cartons. Randy Abbey.
Penny action.
Aye.
Also cartons.
They say that don't speaking for the.
Now you say they no cocoa board.
Empire Bona. Oh, then Mustafa Gbande solid guy.
Yes, I'm not okay. On which you should now no.
But say now, Christopher na we yes almost after yes almost son.
Mustafa is one of the sweetest people you can find on this earth.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Mustafa Gbande.
Yes. Probably or you humane, or you sweet, or you nice.
Oh, that's
Nakuma ye papa.
No, he's you see when you get close to him.
Yes. He's a nice
Mustafa is
very,
lovely.
Very nice.
I'm telling you, very lovely person.
Or getting
fire. They say they were fire, but Mustafa is he's a wonderful guy. Yeah.
What I like ANA Omano assignment the dedication to want to see.
Me pa just dedication, no what dedication to human beings. Mustafa ni papa. Don't
Mustafa Gbande, Charlie. So for Mustafa Gbande, baby, I will be a child. Action Chapel is proud of you.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
Oh, that's. I mean, say TT Kateno. Unim TT Kateno.
Debut.
Oh, yeah. Also a member of the NDC. Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's also a pastor at
Action.
Yeah,
oh, okay. Okay.
And the Mustafa joins that fantastic list of men of God. Ewo Action Chapel.
Mustafa de onu de nyame ni papa o.
Yeah, the nyame ase. Nana ya we de mama nyi madwen check aka tell on the humanitarian crisis and yes. What do you think?
Oh, but say dey me hu ye dey say nye. In them say minim say no nti maybe president ama
interior minister.
Me fan chiama we chief na me fa nchia so ma omo hwe you Facebook. Me fan chiama me colleagues for Jubilee House na anti my yeta me chia o me ko man crown ba se be crown especially my one and only. Your friend is saying as I see it me hu bi na me feel say His Excellency Mahama by now or ye hu bibi minim say by all means no ababe tonanim na minim say ono so de obefa phone afre ni colleague watara na oni na didi hu nkomo and I know say because say ye ono na so ye ne ewo ne backyard no but say owa ma no ne crampo na o ma instructions say yenhwe ehun asamunka nti no me I believe say obeye hu obaye say niema bi dida kwan mu a esese oye hu adwuma ahwe road okọ inspect yi ene ade a na che say owo adwuma wo ho ne say ambassador senior force we omu in esese omo konom ko represent Ghana or these various countries nti adwuma ho but me believe say wo san ye hu adwuma in tandem with whatever he's doing. And as I say, you team starts my who say, be a dialogue is the way. I mean, for us to kill one another is not the way to go. Whatever arguments that will start, be a baby. We believe he says, say, you will wear ye the camel. Miminji, a basa yo in. And nipa Ghana ohu we are si wunim nipa no de obeba beye wunim nipa no nyankopon enwosre bi e wono so na wayi na firi ho se ne etie bia no yetimika but this one and I know and I believe in them there's Excellency Muhammad de me jinidi because minim who he is obi a wonim who he is.
Some say Osanka publicly no make a comment about it.
Oh, sometimes you need to be careful to bring in the politics.
Okay.
What I say? They say okoye comment as if we say akoye political statement. what he did now as a friend chairman, a friend is saying the commander in chief of the armed forces, the head of the security apparatus of this nation. He gave instructions to the national security minister to go and ascertain and make sure that things are good. What do I say? And he delegated. So he has delegated. So me believe we say. I mean, we are bay afina epi. Ebi omunim da by all means they are away. By all means they are. But me my drink a crane say, I then the Ghana for kukru for frosuna or moba south haseya. Yen fancy ho entokweni tamale. What I say, entokweni a boga. The other normal madam tokweni kumase. Kumasi de
Kakraba when chini techiman.
That is that. But so why is the majority of them going to Ivory Coast? What is the attraction to Ivory Coast? Okay. What am I say?
Fair comment.
Because as someone see you fly to your own. Why do you go to another place to sleep outside? So bank ha next we displace. By all means there's somebody I'll bet you Edward to baby. Uko Kumasi yen Kumasi for near Santa Fone, the northern part of Ghana there. It is anyano. It is by all means who drew Kumasi aswanse woho, your friend is say omunyina oho. And no munya not to phone in all the northern regions will be almost share Emma Asante. It's mean what the current and Asante even though where ye mono. See if there's 14,000 people running away from the Savannah region to Ashanti into Kumasia. What more nabonting?
Sometimes I age na proximity from my experience growing up in the Lubono. Would the emphasis Yamin Fasa? Yamin Fasa Masebia in Zemafo and it was a Lubo for near Ni for. Omoni anyi fo ni nyantokwa na bia anzema fo ni ku anyi fo a anyi fo are very likely to move to La Côte d'Ivoire than to come even into Ghana.
I know they are close. Also they are very close, but very. Savannah to Ivory Coast, I don't know. But Savannah to Ivory Coast, is it not possible say be Ankrofoni be Ivorians or migrated to Ghana and a BB? I don't know.
No, because a reporter can say Brefoni Lobi Fono Omunchi
every Ivory Coast. Okay. Into okay, and me meet you. I was wondering that if me a Ghana Nina Menya Asempa be Kruma, my first reaction is to flee to me amen Crawford. No matter what it is, I mean, or Mokasa Krampa, they are my own.
Sure.
It is go into a foreign country to sleep outside the but maybe me so me appeal me Ivory Coast will be almost French. But I think that the foreign minister at this moment should also start having some bilateral talks with the Ivorians. The president I know will certainly call Ouattara. But I think that this thing is a humanitarian issue and we should move in as quickly as possible. Even if you have to evacuate them to the south. Yes, I see evacuate them to the southern part of Ghana. I think it should be done. That one they are home. Some work the Chiman or Himfa, they are home. They are one of our own. And we will take them on board. So it's my say, into to be in a foreign land there, I am says essentially be back. But we need to stop some of these things. And when they say China say, as I see in Yeshe, now it's how we help to engage. We should let people understand that Asempa is they engage. Now we get to a certain settlement in negotiations. We call it a partner, so that at that end, a best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Into Asempa this is yes, we cannot afford. Media may have to break it and say in collide you how abontin and tonto. If it is really true that is what is happening, then it's unfortunate. Every child deserves a life. Every child deserves a life, no matter what it is. Me say me who's a kola na baby. I da say me fano and I say me jina. Ne say me bana kola bi onu nko agya me ka gya me ka ne so nyina na me misa na de kronti onu nko an ne jina ho. Ibisa no se ne ma me tade aba. So me twen ma ne ma me ne bai ansa na me ko because ogina ho sa no bi betimi kra the atam no de nako. Inti me de nkola ho hia me pa. Se me hu so obi kuta akola na kom de na de kuta me nyina me dane de ma no. Some mother be bre obi bra. So in collide, so my heart broke. Say then a baby no. You didn't me to abontima. A woman and tontom reno no wami was I'm no crown hydrant. I believe say Excellency Mahama minim and I know me dear me Gina baby a casamano. What I say because I know who he is. I know who he is in meaning say by now no cross him we are cotonenima by now no ye baby.
Very well.
Yes.
We say Obi, please greet my prayer warrior sister Nanaya Jantwa for me. Tell her I need her prayers to sell all my broilers at the Papao Farms, please. Donko Fusaini, Deputy Director General Operations, National Service Authority.
Be bien when you mean to me. The be bien when you mean to me. Donko ye the babo ye by the empire be.
Yeah, amount for beton.
Yes, ye by tonko con be bien when you mean to me. Yes, a winning.
Mate, Doc.
But say when you say poultry farm, you know, I did 6 months to establish.
The case you neja win some you.
And the day cheese, you know, I buy.
Oh, I'm not yet to say. It's something when I was starting.
And now I'm not your mamma. Now you say that you are kind.
I would be by say, don't go near fear their brain. If I touch the group,
because
never bra fasting, you fast you are BDD.
You know, Toby.
That's fine.
Obi, I think Ghana Nibia oye no matter where Oti oye Ghana ni.
But chief buying is Ochiamo.
Oh yes, you are
I say God is good.
God is good all the time.
Chief buying a child. Thank you.
Yes.
Doc.
To me count Sadia. Sana obeka se nyame.
We pacho to.
Nya makase nyame yera ala minka. Na opposition se nyame ya. Enyase wo kukita tunu so we ka.
Me hu ba bia okobo esu asa diabolics you.
Obi. Enti
Obi ma me kaze who said the first time okobo esu am no onimi o.
Na ohun
me da o chairman ma.
Oh wow.
Obi say na radio my sister
until say one more maka no.
Oh yeah. Oh Asemo. Me share prayer warrior open talk I say that.
And them say me one na warrior ye dey nyo open talk.
No hu talk.
Obi enti ye be sre say your security apparatus no Yenuano from is it Ben? If I say Benyiri, any the other communities, no, a mesre Ghana nya crape, you know, Ghana soon. Sometimes Usha Krawan Sha say, ye proud young crowd. What you may say, one cohort only the AC. Na national security in so Sebi, Omunya funding, Omu resources. Omo architecture.
Yes.
Omo share the Ekosiisen.
Yes.
Now, nothing is more dangerous than crimes of passion or hate. And like Bibia obi here because of person unprove a point. And no say start here one so muntema et media Asempa. Enti ebesre muntaka de or my senior brother mi wo GD wonumu. Enti mi bompa mano say quickly no. We should try and contain the situation. Now, one thing I know about my brothers and sisters up north, and say the religious and chieftaincy institutions are very much respected.
Sure.
And the only way to start from Kra, whatever, nkofono mubo for mu sebi omudi ebimochi no munko mu ahimfo. Oye minister, whatever, whoever you koda ho na su say onfa ne mba no enkasa. Na de ama omubo funu yentenance na yenka. Usually those people no one yes it will be difficult to de-escalate. Inti mesre ena one thing to one said and quite say enyemu any people anka ye bi mu nim de ekoso. Inti sometimes there's a reason why sometimes the big man or someone close to the big one must speak. Inti mesre say in yes because ebia ebi mo involved. They might be coming from where be a president, you know. Say enunti na be the kasabe yes somewhere. Almost chief of staff and be addressing the nation. Say, we have to stand with some of our people. Because in Canadian they don't have the advantage of Accra. Inti man correct say the sebio because ebi omo hye no e ho ye remote nti no omo de no e na wo ye Kristonia eno na Yesu mpe say eja kakra to bi fie wa kra na nkrofo 1000 kan wasem meanwhile the whole community is being displaced na say na ya bisa say identity no mumba omo nwan mo wa no never start here is the place you can reach easily. So like you said, it means it is possible. Say, oh, you don't even pass through the town.
That's true.
If you are fano, you are unlikely. Now, your brother could you tell black one? They say, "Be our best of all." You are saying, "Oh, Yamiadum or Timiko." Hey, me senior presec. Now, Obi or Timiko Ukraine border there. Ivory Coast is small. I think sometimes at the highest level, say 1 minute call cry from President Mama to Ouattara.
Why?
Okay, it's good.
Yes, he's done it. I mean,
yes.
I just had the information.
Yes. Ebia some foreign affairs and just say sometimes respect. Umobia Emma or cut out of their way to do things for you. Because on a normal day, Ebia Musu or Omuniama and so on that. Now on call for close to 40,000. Now no everybody say but odi obuobi command say asem kakra na aba na yen crop abe pia obeka say what's happening one hwe na wa deploy resources na hwe omo na ye de omo tiye na president Kufado ka French ti the French no found e ma de bia na afa
so no kwa na ka French me de me ka jipa ye
na French no e ma omo de ye kra ka francophone community no ho ye ni say jubilee say omo ka French no doors now so at least yen for be our interpreter na yen catch am say I don't know I critical now be yen de-escalate but like I said no yen ko hu the imams and the chiefs because who try so many use military and national security to stop the esina sometimes overbre on say papa penini police be kosoro boku approach ni we no anka no move fire omo nim the efe no penyi o ena me na me catch me nya say nipa ba ko wa wiase a also show no pa obi on so wo some of them because of them won wiase no death is not a threat now show be no on so wo the approach must be different because of no intimidation no emfa until let's talk to their chiefs, let's talk to the imams, let's go there. I'm sure they will de-escalate.
That's fine.
And it's being dealt with. The president himself is involved with it. The finance minister has released some money for the NADMO to also make sure CBB. So they are dealing with them, they are talking to them, and it's going to be solved.
I think it's necessary we do, because for me, even apart from the...
Or it is being solved. It's in the process is going on.
The optics and the image it gives to our country.
No, but it's being dealt with.
Media reports now, refugees from Ghana.
Imagine CNN, that's breaking news.
Oh, but it's being dealt with. I believe, in no time,
Nana Odru Safo, a member of the Ghana Football Association, say, Obi, today Nana Ya has spoken as a Ghanaian and not a politician on the Savannah issue. That's why say, Obi, tell the legendary Nana Ya Jantua her introductory response of her welcome was too slow today. Has she started losing hope in the economy? Godfrey Adoa, Ewa Bronx.
No, why? What did I do?
Almost and then I say,
Sana me can't make is I want to say Basrom do Mohunto, Omopejano, there be a break a cram my brain. Oh, we won't say make a choice here until the whole day, the whole week we've been doing some serious brain work. And say be a nama break a come on fan check me heat never back.
Very well. Ekosiisen On Asempa 94.7 FM. And let's quickly deal with
the bachona me be say Dr. Asem say walk on me say no. They say my shish nefes me kwa no pebia. But say judgment my imagine say I don't know how it will work, but my imagine say mema me car na kwa kusi Afrikiko. Then I shouldn't be saying it on air, but it's okay. I mean it's some security thing, but then I'll walk from the Flagstaff house to Afrikiko, and I think
like
and
every
evening I'll take my walking gap.
So I think it's a good just that because you've mentioned on you change the place.
Yeah, you change the place.
That's what I'm saying.
The distance should be like a honor the senate say and the 10 minutes kwa no do
short
okay short ko me dey me call ofie ndie wa
and maybe you should keep say work
and then say security issues on kwa na
so you see security is also very important. Usually if unkwa na unanti dia the security will always come first. I'll not advise.
Yes, and
you have to get a partner.
Yes.
But
how about for her getting a treadmill, for example?
No, and you see, even sometimes steps at Jubilee.
Yes.
Can also let you reach.
You also left.
Yes. So at every time about 12 hours, or break, 90-30 minutes. But mentally but it can be a walk from Jubilee to Villa.
Okay.
Now Asaba. Villa no say uko kra be ordinary kasa kra. The thing must be on, it must be not unconscious.
And I may call a friend is saying former national security coordinator Miami warfare and I'm Bevlo so Sahelian region also almost after Villa
to which Bevlo say me met me do work but you do an ma jail
no and I say staircase e wo be from more obi or ground floor
ground floor e be me say how dey metal alcohol
so we used to left
na ya me used to left
staircase okay that's the staircase normally obi start I recommend this staircase immediately because staircase put it more intense than normal work. Going up the stairs puts in fact one of the ways to test whether obi will heart condition is to let them go up the stairs because it challenges the heart. So you don't want to start with that unless nipani obi and working here good data. But to start with do normal work and it shouldn't be normal work. Then with time then you go up the stairs.
That's fine. Ekosiisen On Asempa FM. Ma memfa we ntwam na fe yemra me deal with the chief justice in sense, and then we finish with Akwetia by election. We say Obi. Paul de Sousa say Obi, I beg tell Nana that I need the heat to start. And Paul de Sousa no Paul here that say papa. Diagnostic herbal at the Fontina 74 abedja so ye di apomuden ho enkomo ye dro ba ko a eboa o kidney liver and say wo high blood pressure o suffer from ulcer and how pay dro be boa general well-being ye Fontina 74 a diagnostic herbal e de aba me pacho o pedodo etu a oni won kasa wo 0246 073 498 Royal Kingdom Estate so se mo amopensa ase ato asase amanso ne ho one won enkasa o asase da opese ye sidan wo so ma o betimi aya ma o opese ye o architectural designs ma so a Royal Kingdom Estate me ye o property bi opese obi manage o property ne ma o fa kwasha won sa no mo manage ma o kama omo properties omo anso eton ebi ye nsase ebi ye dan ayesi awie ni nyina very affordable flexible payment plans omo sign with premium furnished apartment and here for short rentals o East Airport in obetimi akasa omo office wo cantonment opposite Soul Clinic International School frewon 0557 555 909 Royal Kingdom Estate building communities nurturing dreams. Provident Insurance and say motor insurance na wasa woye o ye na ye chawade kwa enti say we insurance wu akone ko renew car na ye foforo wunyanye insurance crash so a fako Provident Insurance na kokoye oye wo insurance ho a ye che fuel coupons ye che exclusive Provident souvenirs bebre untimi nko oye busy na untimi nko on officer Omafa Obaya adwumam so Obaya enhwe emmoa customers Obaya number ni 0242 426 396 0242 426 396 Obaya will sort you out the opposite we bia no obeye ede amount omo 15 branches ewo Ghana ha for the past 43 years they've been your reliable partner keeping you covered every mile of the way in the only one enkasa and know that with Provident man you're covered. Omo boy juma pa menka enada de biarada. Zenith Banking so the Visa Fleet Solution aba. The Zenith Air Kenya ne say moya transport owners ebia o manage cars 5 10 50 trucks 100 trucks managing that fleet no Sisia no yamana ye very simple. This is a very powerful fleet management portal. A amount fleet card. Unya sa portal ne card na eboao ema utimi track every city. Say taxis ena wo be brain amanfo etwima wa. Sika bia wo be tuama won wo betima track it. Fuel bi obeto agu car ne mutimi track it. Trip bia obeye. Maintenance and repairs be obey on the car, ubitimi attract. All of that in real time. And you have total control over your fleet expenses. And whether you manage 5 cars or 50 trucks, the Zenith Visa Fleet Solution is the smartest choice you can make for your business. Call Zenith Bank branch Biawa Ghana, and I speak to any of your relationship manager actually. Let's sign it up to Zenith Visa Fleet Solution today. For more information, call them on 0542 000 111 0542 000 111. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. Omoye Juma papa. Finally, more businessmen and women are motai kwa China. Ekoye business wa China bi awokofa nioma ukoshia business partners bi wa China. The most comfortable and convenient means to go to China is through Emirates Airlines. Emirates omuye brutal. When it comes to your business trips, you need to travel, or you need a travel that fits around your schedule. Fly Emirates to Beijing, to Shanghai, to Guangzhou, to Hangzhou, and to Shenzhen. Now within the Chinese mainland. Your daily convenient flight from Ghana, i.e. Accra, to China, via Dubai. It is over for Dubai, Edwako, China. Every day, Emirates, itu. When you're on board, you can relax in comfort with world-class hospitality. Explore up to 6,500 channels of entertainment. Now you have access to free Wi-Fi. In what economy crowd be Wi-Fi. Unam na we Facebook or your WhatsApp and ya dinner. Unyani baby, I just say Emirates. Get more from your business travels with Emirates. Your gateway to the Chinese mainland. Fly Emirates, fly better. Amobo Juma. Papa. Nanaya.
Emirates for more boamu.
Yeah,
omo boa medium, so me adverse baby. And I almost face competition.
Oh, that's a competition has always been there.
Say the omo boamu.
It's always been there. What's the most like they don't do other, they do campaigns.
But they are doing well, so omo boa.
Oh yeah. In most of them campaign, the way no say targeted.
You do baby, I know mama mo free ticket. Nam they akosha de aba. Nyina account. Na obi na ase say ya.
Enya bad.
Ngo was my slow be my dwena ye adwuma saa ma figures ni ade unim say adwuma enye easy.
Tariff calculation.
Ne we say ehwemu by one.
Anyways.
Na obi nam say me nua ba ben.
Gertrude
obi pa chon kofa we ma menye me nua no no kofa we ma. Me ya menim no.
Okay.
Why then why mean about
the Chief Justice of the Republic?
So or ye chief. There be Bafumoni na Chief Justice.
No, make her.
Why ya?
Bafumoni ye acting.
You me on na minim no.
Inti so mampenyi be na ye substantive dey bia no be baba sisia no. Chief Justice no won mampenyi apam no.
Anya mampenyi na pam no book na da mani mo bi hwe na my badwen ni nye opese me.
Na warrant why na say.
Opese. There be na konya dey me pa cho ye constitution na 1992. And so some conditions say ye be Chief Justice ewom. So that possibility exists. So they are saying this year mass akonwa net a wotena so a obie ni ho a wo ye indispensable so timi hwa obre yi na ahwese ne be ya wo nkonkofum obi. Chotemase. And na wo hey wo ye lawyer ni 6 to your friend is saying eno na wo hey from 6 to 10.
Yes.
Ya kan pepepe procedure ampa cho obi tin o procedure ho ana. Enti die be nti na problem wo ho. Petitions ni ye 3. Omo gina baako so itimi so omo to omo bo ase hwehwem me obi so obi bie na no no okeka nsem bi ti se ene president on na kwotena committee no so committee ni bai na omo si ye hu hwe inti no san akoye wadwuma why na beka bibi
obi antimi nka
the president woti we mye sure so no ofre committee ni se wo mu president unim so no ne mebo ho mfa ne ho nhyehyem so bie ni Mr. Excellency Mahama ne mebo fa no mfa ne ho nhyehyem ene ba ma asem so a wo akoma pama ma. Because one the first female vice president.
Yes.
Mami me chia we. vice president papa professor papa
what being said
ja o kan na sita no atwo paper dey na wo twro
o twro na dey
e dey be na atwo wa chia wo nsa wo twro adi woni hua wo be twro we nyina nkahu o da bolics is me ba bi okusua no first no ye crash pa na say dey
na my di
it's chief justice Asema ye kan me medical nti aye so ayi me ma me na me hu no na ne ho aye fe ayi council of state is doing her well ayi
so fire
yes her leadership me ma me no
what kind of process no dey
e dey no kan
Osei
wono dey work me dey meet you customer meet
the reasons na mugina so
one justice Pomo just me ka ho.
Okay, so no share the entire process, and because who said the final letter now would notify chief justice say on continent chain reasons new the Callisto destroy first one no and they say on ni kunu to kwan ko Tanzania on ne ba to kwan ko US and utua per diem like judicial service to per diem
and what you say
avoidable and reckless dissipation.
The what you say what we the master share ba public funds dey am person ka kire 2 cedis kura ho be kire yen kamo binti me nan say your committee na like commissioners no ye kokko kire ye financial administrative act any procurement obi you don't have to joke. So even the process the way the process kura ho be kire the mayan kase you see obi
and found cross judicial service travel policy for chief justice no
benefit pacho be any way be catch wo Ghana ha say policy say ko tua pede ma okunu the best they can do for you pacho tie me and say maybe a better okunu ne ticket for a holiday the spouse
yes
but to pay pede
policy na obetua and I don't when the spouse
but I don't know
and one other person
I don't know audit in the car say audit report a bar out no they question the process so if be why did the audit report question the process and then no be a case he had the opportunity at the time to refund it even if there was a mistake.
Yes.
People have been but I am saying then what kind of a is that maybe anywhere work public service because your husband or your wife is a private person. Into why should an institution a public no etua per diem if you say maybe ticket but to say per diem based on what per diem is based on a juma bi awokwa
yeah but the travel policy says say o two kwai witness spouse and as any other person now tickets class are be chairman on the same ticket class that was in the panage and now on only per diem 50% and it was a cost.
I am saying we have to also define what acquaint you.
Okay.
Maybe acquaint you bo why fancy be I won't tear upon a walk or we hear more into Ukuno no beko. But I will call official duty Ukuno go there. I am we need to because you see His Excellency Mahama the way I would no he doesn't want to go into details because nipa no your ba. It is a bibi kro ma mo feni nyina anya den e ma bonti. That is the only thing he may be obeka ho asem. But the process because he is okay if he has to work with the woman. Say bia we Chief Justice of Ghana. Dear Ben be het His Excellency Mahama said Justice Tokonu Chief Justice of Ghana. What will hurt him? He is the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, sworn in as the President. So what will happen? Ebe hano. Mame ono dia no oba be ye.
Petition ne ba ye no. Omo amfantu not even progress.
There be nanado dey so no so ye democrat so onye democrat am progress die benti no ama na progress. Nanado mani progress.
Establish say prima facie
or establish or your constitution e ono. The constitution says say BBC ba wenima go through the process. Or no alone cannot establish.
With the Council of State.
No, but I am saying say one kasa won't me say what's all establishes from where?
The letter or the bar out ne can say after the consult.
Or you sure or consult Council of State. We should find out. Nana do not want the Council of State or consult or mwana.
Oh, obviously.
And in your course, you the Council of State in him say Didi Pinkrofosi Cashe. one more day call a IMF near the woman Council of State in a car a consult to you. And near me, of course, who chrome the Council of State into the mad way shows a no consulting. In the Council of State or consult or more. And no mujan no man a year there or penty a day almost see or consult to Council of State. I sorry Dan.
Supreme Court Council of State advice and you're binding.
And the point is that into a sure so or consult to Council of State. Yeah, sure. Because
the officers are travel at the any per diem enough.
But you can become dear baby kind.
Number 2 say almost say the way and manner in which she transferred Mr. Baden. Almost said that transfer no amounted to misbehavior.
Okay, na dem bio.
And then
there was a man, what is his name? Whitechapel. You know Whitechapel took a petition.
Say on Daniel Ofori. And petition.
Yeah, that is the point. Yes.
And the final one, they say recommendation or Yama president. Say on consider some judges be onto the Supreme Court. Almost a side-stepping process. The process, even though it is not clearly stated in the Constitution, the process, but case law, the Ghana Bar Association case, the established process be. In the never sanko follows up with one follow.
A petition now, ye dear to her say what they be ban from 6 to 10. Ye chiro petition crow. Petition.
Oh yeah.
As long as it's the petition now, if you show money, there's veracity in the petition. No, I don't see the point. Me, I'm not against it or anything, but I'm saying say, I shall say once we are petition ye di no only 2 deputies petition.
Yes.
What I say? Amadu Sule no crimes were free musi say petition ye di you wanted Georgina Poku Europos ba Kumase. You want to see the petition
even earlier Loretta Lamte.
Loretta kwade yes is Shiraj.
So,
yes, but who share your friend is saying the fulcrum of our democracy is the EC. And the EC dins ye bibi and can be cancelled no be correct papa. The EC ye bibi and na elections na when you ba. There will be no your friend is saying executive, there will be no judiciary, there will be no anybody. So EC is key, and she also thinks that she was the first female. So ultimately, me asem na if she was just being a bit emotive. Say you baby na say na ya. But we see these things, the Constitution the year Juma. This be papa we see mamika bibi ncho na papa a lawyer. Imre bi oka chemsen na ya the law is an ass. Ultimately, the law is an ass. First, na mentias your can na say papa ekura no keken the law is an ass. Minyini ye na metias ye. Imra na da ho no. Ye hwepo no ko ba bia. Emrano sometimes so kind brand bi wo krampa wo hwa na e bi kra wo hwa de ya wo se e konese but emra it is not this 6 to 10 it doesn't tell you say the petition should be this or that but for
the
me
petition should meet the prima facie test
but this one did not meet it
did.
So dear bembio me lawyer ni we amiti because I go through process I call Council of State and I made a hammen and crowform mutna case issue. Justice Poorman or your lawyer near or ya astute. This is the second Obia Munya Supreme Court, and the Kumi Kran is a mere lecturer. Jisa, Professor Jisa or Chairman,
Oka
committee, no, Dom Levoka committee, who these are people who are credible. Dom Levo, even in Nanado's time in MPP time, went to court and won the case, and the court said that they should even reinstate him with compensation. He's a straightforward person. So do you name a meeting Dom Levo? Dom Levo is so straightforward, sometimes it is annoying because we clean. Into only says so what's now when a bibinko Dom Levo doesn't do politics. So or what's now when a bibinko ya do not think that Dom Levo beka se miempene. Into near shade yenya polymamene de wanya one say me kamida me feel say as oba no the one obe bringing neutrality into ne your friend saying any case no. What's the same people for nkwa ne kodi na chi. And no mo to no mo kan opojo mo kan sensem. Number 2, the vulnerability was too much. Den kwa. Enne no okoha. Echna no wabaha no wahuresi no ayesi. What why? Oba besi a waba be disa post no wakoyete asanto awoda ekwa no. So what da kwa na bibia timisi. Otimase. Intinene na wo say amatisi say 10 million or $10 million. How do you do that? So also dogana for wo hwehwe $10 million. Why but you see your fairness and the rights have been violated. And they are right no. Come on mintie human rights and they trimudo. I think she's a jewel. She is the only jewel in this country. So we go through that process where we are for uncle be and I want uncle Yoko, uncle CID. Yeah, Musa question be the what's in condition room Busa question. And yes, see who say into Kofi Boko. Ya nyawo she. And now we say since sabi to 10 million no.
A claimer or make an just court.
The man says who claim who claim say den. Yes, kwa uko fie boku de nyame be wo so ye Kristo ni a wo ye kwa mistress so den wa sorry sam ka chose me contribute to say sorry me yesi ye reverend kujo asori papa what de me bi wo ho a wo de manyame ene Charlotte hu na ne ho fe aye Charlotte say hu na ne ho aye kama so just leave it. So we feel say we innocent no hwe me obi me ka kire so we innocent. The bia mechanics will be your bonny. We have a God. Now, so ye Christo, near me, ye dear me, ye dear. The me yan said they be a nam come to journey. Now, me bomb pie,
Psalm 91.
I mean, ya nam the goon. Otiasie, me bomb pie, me can't say in time didn't see when ya me and him so be said about me. I say when he president da me canyan coupon, catch them. Eh, young or can who be pam pesma coho. What is here? Me can't see when your name say MPP lose 2024 elections. Me can. What must you? In a ubon pay yankupon. Obeti, there's no prayer falling to the ground that it goes waste. And the Bible say to subvert a man in his cause, God does not approve of it. It is a truly pastor who say ufu so ye innocent. Jemunenko. Ediya na wo hwe say amana kwa akoye te say de akoye sikasem. Then I will say human rights. Obi so a bia wo so wan kasa nche ni ye the last time omukokọ ye a friend is saying case here ba parliament here omde ko ye say Tadio sorry honest maybe the way I kasa kire no so feel say the human rights was violated. Maybe obi oba be gina we ni mo so wan kasa nche ni ye honest feel say the human rights was violated. Whoever took it far etirimude de enya etirimu ye edo nti edru ba bia so otini manage tirimude no otiase so because we ye yes ye you e dey human rights you
case no wa file that answer na
and ye wonya mu na nko $10 million say human dey na ya no wo dress kama wo nam ho fine car wutimu ya nye wo da so wo police ni wo TV8 mu any human rights no onya de wo ye no or let it the side down wo your bar or bar the Asempa wo disi obo no waje na fe de obeye nso obebo mpaye constitution was say on one kind was if you square your face, if you knit your eyebrows, ultimately you, if you twist your nose, the law is the way the constitution be before into the the constitution na macho and chere petition cry
but say more you know as chief judge the must na supreme court judge
me say the law is the law ultimately into no on one de buy you on one kind what can say me or say the law is the law
but when you need said you be more can say more set a danger
one MPP for na eka
na so mo ye ebi no
the people for mo yes and the na me hwe newspaper BSC country divided. How can the country be divided the 50-50 MPP for more parliament so me 87 it is one more can say me divided room divided the 50-50 which mu to 50-50 parliament ade bimbesem just one man kasa on party in crisis instead of NSM mitiate wa ahiaba o ha say na me I'm like ye be ko ho the party is in crisis oh I say omo sense no omo hwe se ne ye on be hye omo party no we enka omo party asem ho ma me no omo party member ana we ye ni lokuta MPP card ni eni what is their problem? Yedimra aye juma obiase yenye sa the next chief justice obia yenye chief justice no based on this no be conduct ni hu yi so ultimately BBSC say he or she will conduct Adentina obi to say anemia boy.
Yes.
Obi anka no ho asem. Some people even say anemia boy is MPP. I don't know. But he's one person he conducted himself so well. Whatever it is. Shemamia seme baye on one judicial service. Normally same say ba wo down can they come and make a statement. Judicial service or more unions. They wouldn't have allowed it to happen.
They have done. So they say President in British any process.
But they didn't even speak.
Yeah, but the bar association spoke.
Bar association, Ekasaya me kasi the union now no also pretend over no. Okasai and also we ni mwase. I don't know Commonwealth for be catch race yentimi yi no.
No come.
No so ne nam okay cancel.
Na say Commonwealth for astute association they can decipher between
the woman na hwe yeso. Ye Ghana woman dia.
No.
And what is the problem? Say yeah ade o ma be kire ye say yenye ni say ya say yenye ni say.
Te ho abufuo na afa mu di.
Enye ho abufuo. Ai obi ansum na ti kwasam na aba. Wo tworo bo ase kran ko ko ya chenka se wasu awie. Odi ase.
Aya ja do utimede.
Nitimede se na me pankom. Se misu ye. 8 years okobua kra na ma me ntuma firae. Oti ase. Ohu me no hwe me ho amede na mpo na eche se so pentuma bi ma me fira. Se otimase. Ufu se wo chairman to man na ye kwa. Ohu se me ho nye. 8 years. Inti we meeting be na de nko oto no bo ase ne ye ne bokwa nka wasu awie. Ene odi nam he so odi nam he china so wo ye dan ya emra ni ni. Wo no na kan you. Wo see if you scream, if you do anything, the law is the law. Inti emra ni ni o.
It is ochine be say another chief justice.
Ochina da be.
Me busa asem. Say another chief justice ora John Mahama be power no. Say aban for ba no mo ye ne say we be ka say de wo kan ye.
So onye hwe a. So why you be petition because you see me problem ni say we are disrespecting the committee. Otemaze committee na ye tie en pa jo bobo mu din chem justice Poman.
Yeah, Justice Poman, Justice Asiedu.
Justice Asiedu.
And
your friend is saying
3 other and
a professor, my professor.
Your Daniel Domilevo, your Major Flora Bazawanuba Dalugo.
So you Nikra.
Yes. One from the Ghana Armed and your Professor James Sefe Jisa, Associate Professor.
That is my lecturer.
And
are we disrespecting them? We are unanimous FCO. Me so pretending over. Otimaze, we omoye nkrofo. Anka said the tea, so when nkrofo we go ya. Major need ye minim no. But anka said the tea if there was an iota of bibi a chese ye time amenenia. Anka wouldn't tell them level beba abeka. Wouldn't so beka. So be anka. Ono kuma de nkoba abeka.
And no lawyer need be send a message say. So what's your second point no mudi yi ma me na almost say ma me na breach provisions of article 296 A and B.
296
the provision on discretionary powers and how to use say
296 so the
296 A and B. And like I say discretionary power should not be exercised arbitrarily and
there be not a judge but we a judge now you should 296 when you should yeah so betimi am
because lawyer pointed because the committee was not sitting as a court. How were they able to determine say obi
296 when this constitution or in any other law discretionary power is vested in any person or authority that discretionary power shall be deemed to imply a duty to be fair and candid. The exercise of the discretionary power shall not be arbitrary, capricious or based either by resent and blah blah blah. But say we no it's a discretionary power we MPP for use ni ye ni de pam wo mu no. It is your more discretionary power no one you soon ya see a pamo. What did I say? And no verdict ye mean ki ntimi nkonkonko yi government no through a process is a committee the answer beto aba. It is so share 40-40 ne esi ye no a nature say discretionary power na 296 ya nkasa discretionary power na MPP for you soon ye no the whole of this country crampo to abetia o.
And I am here, Dr. Koboy. I'll come back.
What church on your baby means or classroom?
Me patron me on the CJ removal.
We won't say Christ, there was a time Okacha and disciples say he was hungry, he didn't come to his aid. He was in prison on Messiano. And yet only when Obi Obusiani and I did dinner.
And I mean, we call prison Ubeslami.
Nanaya.
I said, Mechiano, me will come out to make a beer.
Besides, Maminu Busiani and I'm a mature Maminu Kra, mature Chikrawa. And I'm explaining, say, you see, Obi, if something drives you to be in a vocation like politics, if the principle is deep, you always find a reason to be on the road. One of the things that drove me into leadership and politics is to stand for the vulnerable and to fight with the one who is being oppressed. Yes. Obi, Mikai, tell me what take no. I was SRC vice president in 2005. And
I'm not SRC vice president.
Yes, it will take.
Oh, sir.
And me call Confanoche Echo continue with the clinical training.
Oh, okay.
So somewhere 2007 or so. And me nipa be call for SRC president, not a running mate to Obi. Obi was the presidential person. Nipa no winning no yi. You see, dean of students and he say he's not happy with some process into a cancel results. No. And I mean, clinical so Simfosu, St. Francis Xavier. And I me catch me guy no friend me medical student. He say, "Omun train me na me free as Simfosu aba." They me chinkra Obi a on kita to me all run for lecture no. Be say me share no. And I me call no office and me catch and say me share no. O catch and conference say catch me say oh me. And I me say any problem me call. But me share no the courts. We will go to all the appellate courts. By the time I'm done with him, he will lose his position. Now I'm a student too. And a brand na wa winning election now. Me didn't know my catch lecture and I say court in Amadi Osro and me say any court na yeko. The ma catch no ntiminda. He will call some people because he doesn't want the university's name to come into dispute. To your friend, I make a case. His place is not the place to make your case. Obi Andrew Unity Hall and I'm a call from VC's office. But why am I saying this? Before you call VC office, you call Unity. Always around. And I'm a fair boy saying now. When I made a case as to why they should never allow for a lecturer to cancel the will of the people because he thinks it's a lecturer. But people say, me Aigbeni and I'm saying, why this question? Abranti Edo Aigbeni. And I'm saying, I didn't come here because of tribe. Injustice to any person, whether it's a Ga or an Eve, must be contended. Obi, me go do VC na. Yes, visa to one or so china membra. Me call also what me feel we school we the one so medical school luckily no 3 more years and also you are pretending now. Obi also me corner they will resolve the matter. I told the gentleman said don't commit to anything by signing unless they reverse the decision. Oh yes, SRC president. Obi long story short, they made him the SRC president. And sometimes something must drive you. Me when we're in power. The first time I had an issue with one minister was when I sat on peace and said that radio gold, for closing it, I don't agree with it. When I was an MP. And the reason was very simple. Me see, if we are taking the matter, their infractions to a court, and the court had ordered that they should close radio gold, fine. But where they are perceived to be your adversaries, and you use an appointee who is part of your government to close it, Obi. Although they are also my adversaries in court, I don't stand with this. There's a history, Obi. There are 3 arms of government. In UK, the arm of government that is supreme is Parliament. If the courts give a ruling and Parliament doesn't agree, or want to make legislation, no one will do the court.
The ruling of the court.
But in Ghana, the arm that is supreme, Obi, you're a lawyer, is the judiciary.
Sure.
So the only arm that can rule that a decision by Parliament should be undone or a decision by the cabinet executive should be undone is the judiciary.
Yes.
Now, if you find yourself in a position where you give ruling on a decision taken by the executive, then it becomes extremely dangerous if the constitutional arrangement is that the executive is the one that will receive a petition about you, forward it to a council of state which is largely formed by the executive, and then also a committee formed and chaired by one appointed by the president. It was a dangerous arrangement in the constitution. But if you understand context, I get where it's coming from. When we started as a fresh democracy, we put stability over how do you call it, independence. Because imagine you have a new democracy where president says A, Chief Justice says to hell with you. Yes. But after 33 years, these threats have started emerging. And you see, one interesting thing is that this is not the first time the executive, in the form of a political party then when they were in opposition, had problems with political cases that had political connotations. The famous, there are many ways of killing a cat. Obi, history is important too. There was a political party in Ghana whose chairman, their leader, said that one particular chief justice, because of her rulings and where she came from, she had to go. Not because she had taken a bribe. Obi, you see, we the online man, Okoboy, says, judge me, you say, first thing I say, why'd you bribe? Because I've heard some of my NDC brothers say that, oh, go and check the last post they did, the confidence in the judiciary was no. They were a corrupt institution. Obi, has that corruption got to do with traveling with a husband or with a child? It has to do with their behavior sometimes, some of them.
It's not just traveling, they pay them.
Oh, I'll come there. But my point is that what the ordinary Ghanaian listening to Okobo this afternoon wishes for or would have been excited about is for a judge who's going to take money and not letting the law work, but all the bribes. You see, you're permanent. And you make us President Mama, Nyamin Shirao, Unkwaso. But when you have a history of being a political party, much Moody, Mameno, and some judges were problem in opposition. Look, President Mama met lawyers. These are all facts, and said, I didn't know any balance. I was a Muslim, Nanya balance. Them balance in Ayekano. Service political party balance. Obi. There's a history. So the point I'm making is, I wish those people who were around John Mills, may so rest in peace. I wish my uncle John Hama had some of them. Why am I saying so? There were people who told President Mills that sack Georgina, she has to go. In fact, to the extent that on you question face to face, meet the press. And our papa say, why are you still keeping Georgina Wood? And when I say, look, young man, okay, papa na come to you because I want the president can say, look at my face. Can you see my face? Do I look like a cat hunter?
A cat hunter.
And look, the summary of there are many ways of killing a cat. Only the child. It means that if you want to get her out, you can find a way to what? Get her out. Now, Obi.
Georgina Wood is a lady.
Obi, yes. Obi, Unim.
Yes.
I feel sad for Justice Tokono because I know in my heart, says Sebi, on your political activists like Okoboy. I don't want to swear, but I know, say, Mami Way, me sure say, apart from going to a polling booth vote, she had nothing to do with politicians. But I see that largely her sins were too. The mere fact that Ekufuado appointed her is one of her sins. Oh, say me so me come at you, say I can't agree. Obi. Another sin that this woman committed, in fact there were three, is that when you talk to people, Obi, me a doctor, and so I speak to some lawyers. Apparently, Ghana ha, your culture be. Only akwala in court, a juma be a o age, ever from Kakra, Obe mu ebi away 10 years. Now, ebi mu 20 years. Now ebi overall boss be mawa, Asem problem. I've talked to some people who tell me that so the problem she had was that she was relatively young compared to some of
there were other senior judges on the
Supreme
Court bench.
We must get the contest. And the third one is the first time I started asking my colleagues, who is this woman, was at the 2020 election petition. Obi, some of her questions were pointing. Or bisa question per question no unravel nyama. Now ultimately won't say politicians now a particular position no mamene approach no na enye one day. Ghana nyina eti aye free. Na unanimous FC obi free. Oh, mami we nyame mboano. You have politicians who went to court to play a psychological game because I'm a physician. They lost an election because they want their followers not to lose hope. They went to court and said that we didn't lose, we were robbed. When they got to the court, Obi, even if it had been Fachemi, footballers, doctors, if I was a Supreme Court judge, the case was so clear. Say, unlike
2012 Ekufo-Addo, where there was 5-4, who said decisions were split because some of the cases we made that. What say, hey, I do where I say, yet not just say a whole presiding officer one sign. Meanwhile, the law says that shall sign. Those things didn't happen in 2020. It would have been unanimous even for footballers, doctors, teachers, and nurses. Now, so I politics into Obi person who say, oh, you winning and I'm no umpire. Say, oh, court judges waiting on only a unanimous FC. Obi. That thing had a way of putting them in the bad light to some of their followers. There's a background. And no one just say some of them Sebi Omoko and some money by Ebeji. And I will not mention the lawyer's name. There's an interesting coincidence. Lawyer na Justice Stockholm Uta say, Papa, they who can yen straight to the point in the sometimes opening the court or behaving away as a mammy way hammy, mammy way doing office or yi tokonu ewo committee onu lawyer only the petitioners obi sebi ye nu anu say na ambi. It's not a coincidence or the bamini ya asem ena chire complainant na odi adibaye no onu anu odi nenim na obi mobo say ya pamu yesi dem e baye a obi sebi fa chemi enye say sebi Ukofa 2 kura na odi 2 kwan fa chemi sure but ukura odi ni tifie na obi insem I'm coming obi insem bi emu yegro I'm coming obi sebi the other heads unim say Justice Stockholm was a head of an arm of government.
Sure.
All the 3 heads, they don't enjoy exactly the same thing, but they try to make sure that at least some of the things they enjoy. Almost say, I'll give you an example. All of them retire on their salary.
Yes.
Abambagui retires on salary.
Yes.
That's not the point.
Oh, President Mahama, before he came, he was taking the salary of the city president, not even when he was president too. Justice Stockholm retires on salary. The other arm, when they are traveling, don't they travel with their spouse? Oh, God have mercy.
That is not the
point. If Obi see the contradiction, President Mahama took choir and I grant him only boni or the Yemami Lodina as on some of the children took choir. Sebi wa ye juma di ama nyami dina duha enye boni. E boni saying na mami wa ye law juma over 40 years. Oh please, Obi.
But the travel policy allows the pay.
Obi,
wow, but please.
What am on so ono when you adrian?
Yes.
Ono say
na na onim bibi me the lawyer you go to Bonkomo.
Yeah.
The lawyer for Justice Stockholm.
Sure.
Or me uncle to me friend. I see Dr. Koboy, Mamin Kacha Bibi. Yeah, the policy to panel name say policy judicial council judicial service. Our former chief justice I usually say, oh to choir. Oh the spouse echo. But the Emma or Musisa no can say instead of spouse, you can go with one person of your choosing. Yeah, chief justice bia. No, not by divine will no or any spouse. And I didn't know said here. Yeah, cross spouse, Bonsu nibi. And I say okay. And yeah, made it. No be. One. Yeah, kasa up to a no. No NDC person is referring to the travel policy of the judiciary. Obi, I want to dare the judicial service within 48 hours. They should publish as we speak. What's his name? Bafuboni.
Yes.
Acting. What to call me? So to call Minister Waba. Policy original so the two and the pedium. We want to see that policy. Obi. Obi. Let me tell you something. Now there are 2 categories of people. Pray that the Lord will have mercy on you. A widow and a woman who sits in judgment are ordinary query.
How Jesus
Christ. Now him, she never hear Pama no. Obi o judge penny. Ye can say the Bible. Yes, you the new kun. Sebi, and you be mabi, but no kun to kwan. Meanwhile, more letter. The president who has written to sack Justice Stockholm because Stockholm the husband travels with the wife.
But that's not the point.
Now, Obi, again, look,
Obi,
I would dare state protocol and those who handle presidential travel. I dare them. They should bring travels made by Lodina Imam's first term, not even this term. And I challenge them, say, on paper, document on no on kwan in sapan any zanamukano. The state will make provision for per diem. Obi, wa humbrasiemu. Now, me say now you see one of the ways to know say obi per se on causing mischief. Now, and you say or a solid case, so we go after a chief justice is to start laying hands on straw. Share the other one.
Transfer.
Now, transfer no Obi. Before I even come to transfer, recommendation.
Yeah.
Obi, me the justice lawyer you go to. Osi Mamenu say, or no lawyer head of the judicial service, or the Supreme Court is born como. Omo manati say cases no bo money any omo na manu ejuma no minimum. So ideally, omunya some numbers are a bit bomb a jumano ako kama because people complain the case is niche. And are presenting this feedback from them by way of recommendation or status report to the president. And the president said, well, if this is it, then go through the motions so that we can know how to beef up the numbers.
Oh, boy.
Now, Obi,
I don't want to talk about it.
You see, discretion, Obi, discretion. When you write a recommendation, is it a discretionary power that is enforceable and actually actuated?
No.
When you beer, your battle say, oh, but you know what? I would like to console the woman with the story of Lot and Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
When Abraham realized, say, his followers and Lot's men were fighting, because his nephew, he called him, say, come, watch the north, east, west, and south. Choose where you want. And he chose what physically looked like the best place. But when he went there with his men, what did God tell Abraham? God said, now look west, look east, north, and south, including by extension where Lot was. The one who ultimately gives rewards or punishes is the Almighty. If this woman is guilty, obviously she's guilty before John Mahama. But if before the maker of the heavens and earth, this woman is not, the end will be better than this today. She should take heart. Now, you know, human beings, we don't learn. My senior brother, Domelovlo, when he was removed, many people rose to fight for him. If I were him, I should have denied being included in this panel. Because you were removed from office before your time. And you were asked to be part of a process that will get someone out before their time. If I were him, I would have rescinded or how do you call it?
Opted out of the committee.
Yes. And if only he's the one who wrote that on Facebook, when I saw it, I said, wow, the gods would speak definitely. That the battle is what? Done. The strife is over. Why do you describe this as a strife? When you are going through a process to determine right or wrong, why do you call it a strife? I'm not surprised because he has a history. And I'm not saying it's bitter, but he feels, and it looks so, that he feels that he was removed unjustifiably. So if you are saying that there is a strife for someone who you think was also active those days, do I call it a vendetta, Obi? Now, Obi, what I'll say going forward, say, those who say the law is the law, you know the interesting thing, when Charlotte Osei was removed, was the law the law?
Charlotte didn't say that.
But Obi, although the law was the law, we had people, including John Mahama and the NDC, who said that there is mischief behind this process. Is that not it? If then the law, being the law, could be mischievous, what shows that today the law being the law is also not mischievous? But like I said, the woman, wherever she is, should take heart, like David strengthened himself in the Lord. Just as Domelovlo down the line sat in judgment, trying to do things that was done to him, maybe she might also sit in judgment tomorrow. She should take heart.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM. Moma yentiewe.
mobile phones with say Nokia, Samsung, Infinix, any phones are wood smart TVs, air conditioners, chest freezer, double decker, tabletop fridges, and a washing machine, microwaves, blenders, CCTV camera, any call Franco electrical appliances, durable and very energy efficient. What sounds what it bonus so Bura branch beer benwo Nekwaji electrical appliances papa nani buofu every Franco Anafre 0246 422 338 and 0555 939311 and www.francotrading.com. Now to add your online ubetmenya up to 40% discount. Electrical appliances papa ifi eye bakope eye Franco.
Hello, Minisena Army Free Bolta Hobambo Kronimu. Nanso ye ne wo hawo Bolta kwento biara mu. Wona wo wo benkum sino. Your ride insurance team. Bakwento no shasia. They are more riding insurance. Ediko unifasono. A record audio team. A crowd acquainting who sems to 24 hours. Sebaso here nature. Usha wichinswa. A customer support team ne wohono. One eye crowd say, one you bebon como demonina. Yang ni bolts a hobambo kuno. Ye can't who bolts a quento biaremo.
Hey, you're the up and coming landlord. Who then yes where you?
Kwame, I don't mean you. I can roofing and a ceiling. Now my contract and so say. Never na and quite down rocksters. One so chromo pan. What Jane won't say.
The contract and one nimniako. Ghana had here a band of quality metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard, and a POP ceiling there. Aye rocksters. And fear be brain in a rocksters. I did roofing sheet, papa, and no one can there. Assume Ghana for.
And can you say I no more dear in so a boy
near the Fudiachi, Nanko born in net Sundachi. Fre 0544 338041. Say a metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard, and a POP ceiling there. Fre rocksters, no one chowing to.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. Money we define every day and night. Mama, Dada, keep on hustling for the family. The luckiest. Down, everyone to hush. You can win some cash. You can be the luckiest with 1 seat. Luckiest with 5,000. The luckiest in the market woman. You can be the luckiest. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. For everyone. You can be the luckiest. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. For everyone. Stars everyone to hush. Luck is everywhere. Luck is everywhere. Oh, tell me how you feeling lucky. Because I'm feeling lucky. Because I'm feeling like the ultimate. That's how we go win. If I win it, you could be the luckiest.
This BB Naija season 10, no filters, no scripts, no holding back, cause it's 10 times the drama, 10 times the rivalry, 10 times the game. Pay your subscription today and catch all the drama, fights, and more in BB Naija season 10, showing on DSTV channel 198 and GoTV channel 149. Watch the Sunday eviction shows live on Aquaba Magic, channel 150 on DSTV and channel 102 on GoTV.
Ecobank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. Ecobank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah. Download it. You gon' enjoy it. In my come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even just tights with the Apple. Ecobank Apple.
Ecobank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the Ecobank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with Ecobank.